So you can never predict what they're going to do. So blue side's plan will always catch you off guard a little bit or force your hand. Now you could argue, well, why doesn't red side leave open the OPs? Yeah, some teams have tried that. It can work. It's a gamble, you know. You could give them Skarner and trade it for Kalista. Does that win you the game? I don't know. You need the evidence to like back it up, or like the confidence to back it up. But you just need to ban away champs that are your OP, their OPs, and if they get them, then is the game lost or not? Because you're gonna trade them no matter what. Are you already qualified for EU Masters? No. That's quite sad, no. So the NLC only has one spot at the EU Masters. I think the LFL, the LVP, and the Prime League have 2 spots at EU Masters. But because NLC has been like pretty low elo for the last few years. Bro, I'm unplugging this. This is really triggering me. Well, I'm trying to charge my remarkable, and it's just fucking permanently unplugging itself. Let's remove Hectag chests and then release the skins. Everyone will be happy from this change. This is from the Facebook official. Every post has more angry emojis than likes. 3 years of Renata Glask. Patch 25.04, all angry mode. In the arena, you'll leave a champion, all angry mode. But chat, what I don't understand, and I think that Riot needs to realize, is they can't just sweep it under the rug like nothing happened. Because that's what it feels like is happening. They're just like, well, if you don't talk about it, eventually they'll stop talking about it. And I think they just can't do this, man. But to be honest, is it too late, actually? I feel like if they were to address it now, it's not like people are gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll reinstall it. I feel like they just fucked up, man, and it's done. So they're just gonna say, look, you know what, we fucked up, sucks. Nemesis is tilted.
The thing is, I can tell you why I'm tilted.
Tell me why you're tilted.
I'm tilted the last few days because the reason why I'm tilted the last few days is because we're not screaming. When we were screaming regularly with lost tones, I'm just less tilted because scrims are simply more enjoyable than solo queue these days. And then because you play...
Neme, just say you missed me. Just say you love me and you miss me. Just say it. I can hear you saying. Just say it.
4 to 5 hours of scrims and then you transition into solo queue. It doesn't feel as taxing.
Haha, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dan. Fuck you. Oh, I can hear myself. Alright, there we go. Now you can hear me, boy. When I look down at you, this is me looking at you when I look down here, alright? That's what you are. You're down there. I'm up here. You're down there, alright? We're gonna continue watching the Reddit.
And it feels like it doesn't really... You don't really care that you lose in solo queue.
That's what you get. 4:55.
Because you're solo...
What do I feel like watching? We have 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes. Rocket League video. Guys, no, dude, I love Pulsefire. This guy's crazy at Rocket League. Oh, I turn it down.
So way back in the early...
Alright, we're skipping the talking part. Never mind. Alright, you know what? We don't have time. We don't have time for this shit. I'm calling up Robbo. Bonk. Oh. What internet are we on? Yeah, we're on the good one.
Absolutely disgusting.
2
over 2 is kind of nutty. As far as that scoreline is concerned, almost a 900 DPM average in the playoffs.
You know what the craziest part is? It doesn't even feel like up until the last series, Chovy had been playing that well.
Yeah, this is with 3 games.
Don't
of
tell me
him
he's in a
not
solo
even
queue
really
game.
being
He's
in the
100% a
series
solo
yet.
queue game.
I gotta say,
I know I'm
think that
leaking
damage
DMs.
stat was definitely inflated by the game
He's in a solo
5
queue
is
game, no?
Roshim, when he was
Yeah.
1v2 in lane against the Smolder and just winning every trade. Lahen spamming heals on the Smolder.
Didn't matter.
Still losing the trade.
Yeah, he was not in a solo queue game.
He is still...
He was changing his clothes. Leaking DMs. That's what I do. All right. Wait. This is legal. Is it? Yeah. Let me make this legal quickly. Ba. Check that. Okay. All right. I'm going legal mode. There's that. All right. I'm still in VC though. It's one to the left. Hot. He's changing clothes. We have a weirdo here. Dude. I love DK, but all of their players a little bit weird looking. They're really, I don't want to say it, but I did say it. But they don't have King anymore, so there's no one they don't have the Chads on their team. It's only they're kind of weird looking. Not to be that guy. I'm wearing my Timo shirt. On duty. That's what it says. Oops. Who's this fella? See, this guy looks like a frog too. He's good, I'm sure he's a great guy. He's good at the game. Big yawn. Oh, no, he's yawning. Oh, shit. Oh, Dan, DK's cooked, bro. They're already yawning. Amo does look like a pedo. I mean, Yeah, he does quite a lot, in fact. All right. No, he's not.
Okay, I have to ask.
What's up?
Are you watching this draft on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I am. I'm excited, dude. This is going to be some banging games.
So we have, of the casters and analysts, only 3 have predicted Gen G here.
What did you predict, my friend?
I am predicting Gen G.
You're
But
predicting...
here's the thing.
Yep.
Atlas and Jonas Strong are also predicting Gen G, and they predicted Hanwha over T1 when no one else did. So I feel like I'm in good company. You know what I mean?
You're also in my company, and that's only the only company that matters. I predict Gen G here. I think it's gonna be a 3-1 Gen G. That's what I'm foreseeing.
3-1. That
3-1.
is ambitious.
That's what I'm saying.
Although I do agree. I think that if it goes to Game 5, I really like DK's chances.
Oh, they got blue side too. They have side selection because they were the highest seed. Now we're going in draft. I'm doing the spinny thing now. Is that you? You doing that?
Yes.
All right, what do you
have to
expect to see,
wonder-
ban-wise? Does Gen G go for the no Skarner ban gambit?
That is what I was going to ask. It's been somewhat effective for the teams that have used it, but those teams have typically been less favored to win. In this case, they're going to ban the Skarner. They're probably going to take the Callisto away as well.
Yeah, it's to be expected. It's what I've been seeing almost every single game from Red Side so far. Cassante ban. You probably don't want to leave Jace open if you're taking away Cassante, because you don't have that tank trade in the top side. But we'll see what DK opt to do here. See what Gen G opt to do. Callisto ban is expected. What we're expecting to see here. Could see something else, though.
We may see the Varus, the Aurora taken away.
That's
Those have been incredibly high priority. Oh, there's Ruler Zaya. Okay.
It was instant, too, actually. DK not even thinking about that for a second. Taking away the Zaya.
Does make sense. He's got a skin on that champion.
Surely it's a Jace ban here, right? For Gen G? Cassantes are open. You can't trade Jace for Cassante.
You'd expect, but
First pick Jace pretty strong.
Aurora is still available, so you may want to leave a pick like Jace open so that you can take one or the other.
I'm better. So the power pick's open right now. Aurora, Jace. There's the Jace.
There it is. Wukong, Misfortune, Rel.
Vise up. I mean, it's game one
Vi
fearless.
up. That is important, especially against someone like Lucid, who has shown us his power on those pick champions.
Yeah, Sejuani Jace topside as well. Something you see like Lucid. Great great Sejuani player. It's a solid top side.
Fantastic. Yeah. Here's the Rumble going to be taken away for Gen G. That suggests that they may not be going towards the Aurora, or they may be going towards... They may have to go towards an AD jungler. The Wukong is available, and that's incredibly strong with the Rumble, as is the Jin Zhao.
It's a worthy counter pick as well for Keen. Got to remember, this guy is the best top laner in the league by a lot of metrics, and my own personal metric as well of most psychopathic. He falls under the number one category of that. His mechanics are ridiculous. So on Rumble, not expecting to see any forest fires. I am expecting to see some dominant performance in the laning phases. Vi now going to be the pickup for Canyon, as we predicted.
And then the Wukong traded away on the other side. That is not the order I would have expected those, to be honest. I would have expected to see Canyon on this Wukong, but almost certainly going to be the pickup for Lucid.
Yeah.
Hovering.
Whoa, hold on a second. That is not Wukong. That's
Jin
a scary
Zhao.
hover.
Okay, that is the other fairly typical jungle pick that we would have expected. Pairs incredibly well with the Galio as well.
It also leaves the monkey open for further games in the series, which
That
is...
will be exciting.
Yeah, it's an interesting part of this game. We're going to see Cyclones some point later in the series. We're not going to see it in combination with the Hero's Entrance. As Ezreal now the pickup for Ruler. And it's nice to pick that up right before the bans. We can protect ban as well a little bit.
Worth noting that DK have a potential flex between that top and mid. That Galio Jace could go anywhere. And if you want to flex the Galio into the Rumble, that is a possibility.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. So we saw, I mean, I'm remembering Worlds, again, this is just seared into my mind as Galio's solo killing Rumble in top lane happened a couple times. It's not a good matchup for Rumble, Galio versus Rumble.
It isn't, no. I'd expect to see Gen G take away a few more ADCs. The Kai'Sa's taken away. The Varus, I would expect next up. It pairs so well with the Jace. The Corki's also an option that they could look towards.
I wonder if they protect ban mid laners against the Jace here as well. Because the only thing that could stop you from lane swapping here is some mids that make Jace's life hard.
Yeah. Yone taken away for DK. Varus answered back by
Surely
Gen G.
Aurora ban, no? If you're going to rotate the Galio top, Aurora ban makes a lot of sense there. Obviously, you don't want to pick Aurora into Galio in mid.
Yeah, Gen G have enough AD that they could potentially look for something like Aurora. There's also options like the Syndra available that gives you a bit more space. The Anivia is something else that you could look towards.
Azir signals to me that potentially, I mean, it works pretty well versus both the Galio and the Jace the Azir, but Jace is a very low mobility character, so he really gets cooked when Azir gets picked up, particularly versus Vi as well. You're looking at Vi Azir trying to play a low mobility carry, potentially like a Jinx or something, is what Aiming might have his eye on here.
The Sylas pickup would be interesting. That is a very difficult matchup for one of the two solo laners on Gen G, and a reasonably okay matchup for the other. Whoever that Galio goes into will have a very tough time.
There's only one ultimate really for him. I mean, the Zen's ultimate's good, but I'm looking at the Hero's Entrance. Obviously works in unison with Canyon quite well. The question is that is Sylas mid, right? It's Chovy Sylas we're looking at.
We'd expect that, yeah. And we'd expect that Gen G want that Galio to go in.
Game 1, Zeri locked in for Aiming. That's a nice little pick.
Zeri has been so powerful. Do we see potentially the Yuumi with it?
I'd like that.
It has been coming back into play a little bit.
Putting Beryl and Yuumi feels like such a waste of his talents, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's solid with the Zeri, but I'd love to see like a Lulu. But I think they need a little bit more engaged, and that's what they're going to opt for here. It's Rel Hover right now for Beryl. Magnet Storm.
Locked in.
Oh, Rakan. It's going to be
that is nice.
Quickness plus Hero's Entrance plus Xin Zhao follow-up to make space for the Zeri. That's a nice little team fight that DK have on display. It's a quite a stock standard draft game 1 for DK.
Makes a lot of sense. You can send Lucid into the front line, Beryl to follow up with the Battle Dance plus Grand Entrance, and then you have the follow-up from the Heroic Entrance.
One thing I want to point out is the prospects of this Sylas got a lot better in those final 2 picks there. You got a Lightning Crash as well, scales with AP, perfect on Sylas, and you have, notably, most importantly perhaps, the quickness.
Looks like Gen G are going to be a bit happier as DK won't choose to swap their solo laners. Showmaker's going to take the Galio.
Yeah, I think we're going to see regulation lanes, no? I think that's the most likely here.
I think that's exactly what DK want. Obviously, you'd love to put Galio on the longer lane so that you can bully the Rumble or the Silas, whoever you end up into.
Colorcaster in chat's actually pointed out something really important, which I didn't notice there. The other thing here is that what DK have picked is stealing champs from Gen G's champ pool later in the draft. So, Ruler Zeri is an iconic Ruler champion. Keen's Jace is an iconic Keen champion. Chovy's Galio as well, to some extent, is also something to be feared. So DK, not only they picked themselves a solid teamfight composition, they've made it a bit more difficult for Gen G later down the line in the competition.
We have taken away a number of very high priority picks.
Dan's going to come try cast game 2 because we need him.
That is good.
Warm up your voice, 5 a.m. boy. Yeah, some tea and breakfast. Sounds good. Here we go, man. I'm looking forward to this. The team fights this game should be unreal. It should be absolutely unbelievable.
I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I don't anticipate too much action unless we see a lane swap, but I think it's on Gen G to initiate that.
Do you expect it, though?
I mean, sorry, on DK to initiate that. If I were DK, I'd try to, because obviously this is quite difficult. You've got an Alistair into Rakan, you've got a Rumble into your Jace, and those are difficult lane assignments to play.
Yeah. The other thing, I think, maybe souring the taste of lane swap in DK's mouth is Alistar's playing Ignite. So if you're putting Siwu into that 1v2 situation, the dive is so lethal. And on the other end of the map, diving Rumble with Rakan heal is a bit more difficult.
Much more difficult, yeah. And the fact is that Rumble, with his missiles, will have the opportunity to pick up farm and to get CS. He's very difficult to keep off anything, as there's going to be a little scuffle, level 1.
Yeah, over that vision there. It's going to be the Winds of War, already utilized for massive value there. Showmaker turning up 3 of them. The heal going to be opted into as well. Ignite on Lucid just to scare him off, and Ruler might be the one in trouble. Is he going to start E? No, he just flashes over the wall there.
There it is.
Misstep there from Gen G.
He also used a pot there. Importantly, going into lane without that potion.
That's really annoying. It's that E trade from Chovy. So aggressive already. It's 40 seconds past the first minute, Chovy. Let's chill out a little. Let's give us some time to breathe on the analyst desk.
In a second, when we have a lull state, I'm going to ask for your time in game.
Okay, I'm at 200, 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206. Cool. All right, we're chilling.
We are happy. Siwu was pushed off a couple of minions in top, but managed to get the XP.
Yeah. I think the other thing to point out about that first level 1 thing that ended up in Rule losing his flashes. Hold on a second. There's the battle dance forward from Beryl. We're just going to get knocked away by Dura's headbutt over the wall already.
Gen G gets level 2 just in time there.
Yeah. The matchup here seems pretty tricky for Rakan. I think Rakan versus Alistar. I mean, Dura did obviously 5th pick the Alistar. But it seems very hard to get that W off as Rakan.
It is incredibly difficult. I would have expected to see potentially the Poppy, but opting into Alistair does a similar thing, and it maybe gives you a little bit more power against Lucid's engage as well.
So Lucid, speaking of the devil, is pathing away from bot side, despite the fact that Rule has lost his flash. I think putting a bit of respect on Rule's name, not expecting him to just die to a level 3 gank, even down the flash.
It's almost impossible to dive the Alistair as well, and Gen G's doing a good job of picking up CS as they're getting shoved in here.
I'm going to push that wave out. And the thing is, can they crash this wave safely? Right, Zeri, Rakan, they seem to have so much threat already. A lot of onus on Duro to make space for Ruler to push this wave in. And actually,
I want to point out that Canyon has not taken blue.
Yeah, what?
He's taken every other camp, but not blue.
Hold on
Is that a mistake?
I don't know. Another mistake as well. He's got 19 farm. Should have 20 at this point. He's down exactly 1 CS. He's not level 4. Because he hasn't full cleared.
He's actually looking to match the tempo of Lucid
on the
by
Scuttle
not
Crab.
clearing one of his buffs so that he can get to Scuttle Crab in time.
That's crazy. That's an intricacy that Canyon obviously understands here about the Xin Zhao versus Vi matchup. Xin Zhao's cleared just that little bit faster. So if you don't want to get double scuttled, you need to skip your blue buff.
Yeah, I think it also allows him to start bot side after that scuffed invade by Gen G there. Rotate up to top and then be back bot side to cover anything that Gen G wants to do, to cover this reset potentially that Ruler's going to look to get off here.
Looks
put
like
that
a nice
wave on the
crash as
tower.
well.
And
That's
we're back off
impressive.
Happy.
The impressive part as well is Gen G, not only has Canyon just played that exceptionally well, but we saw how much pressure Duro and Ruler were under. And they've gotten a crash off just then. They stacked that wave perfectly. And despite the threat that Rakan and Zeri had in that matchup, they actually managed to get a good base off.
It's a really good base. That's a 6th wave base, which gives Ruler 900 gold. He can opt towards either the Sheen, or as we see in this case, he's opted towards Boots, Tier, and a... What is that? Ability Haste gem. I
Little
forget what it's
glowing
called.
moat.
Glowing Moat, that's the one.
Yeah. Chovy now with an aggressive E-trade on Showmaker, who's just going to go flying past him.
Good sidestep.
And they're going to look at each other in the eyes and say, we both screwed up there. How about we call it even? And they're going to do exactly that. Beryl here to hover, but so's Duros. Now comes the Kingslayer from Chovy, sealing back some of that HP deficit.
Chovy, always going to be happy with an even trade. Very difficult to do as Silas into Galio. And as we saw, it went even, but if Showmaker hits that E, it's a completely different story.
Speaking of reset time, as Keen gets a great one up here, has the equalizer. He could potentially cheat the next wave, something you sometimes see the Rumbles do. He's going to do exactly that. Look at him. He's up in that bush. He could equalize the next wave and make Siwoo's reset really difficult. But he might just one-shot it anyway because it is a Rumble with full priority. Can Q down the wave as potentially might see a Drake priority taken here by Gen G.
Keen could also look to hold his equalizer as Grubs is going to spawn in 15 seconds. As you said, Canyon rotating down to Drake, not something we've seen in the LCK.
This is unheard of, man. Drake's gonna die before Grubs spawn. Is this real? Are we living? Is this LCK that we're watching?
I think it might be.
That's crazy.
DK have obviously rotated, aiming to the top side. You see the respect from Gen G. They're not going to match that at all. They're just going to try and get resources on Ruler, get him towards that mid-game power spike where Ezreal can really shine.
And why do you think it is that Gen G give priority to Drake towards Drake this game over the Grubs? Like, obviously they're not fighting the Grubs here. They didn't match the lane swap that Aiming did.
I don't think either of these teams has a particularly easy time taking towers without, winning a team fight, winning a big objective before that. I think maybe Ruler has a bit of an easier time with his W, but there's nobody else that I really think can actually
Progress.
push towers besides potentially Rumble.
Yeah, hold on. See, we're giving Ruler a smack in the face there with the hammer, jumping on top of him. And you can just see this Jace is obviously building tank, but the iteration of tank Jace that we have nowadays, the amount of damage that it's able to pump out within a couple seconds, it's quite impressive. It really is.
It is absolutely lethal, especially for a squishy little ADC like Ruler.
That's a funny way of describing one of the best ADCs of all time, but
Have you seen the heat map of Ruler's deaths?
No, I haven't.
There's a heat map of all of Ruler's deaths in Worlds, and it's all in mid. There are like 3 deaths that occur in the bot lane.
Yeah, it's believable. He's so hard to kill unless you're getting a great team fight off. We saw it. I mean, if you're watching the last series that Gen G played against, well, they did play against DK, didn't they? Or no, they played against Nongshim. There's a game in there. Ruler gets 13 kills on the Ezreal and full 1v9s his team to victory, just because he's so unkillable.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. It was game 2.
That was brutal to watch. Gen G really needed to step up their performance after that series. Wasn't really what we've come to expect from them.
No, I mean, the fact that they're not even seed 1 here, that's not something you expect to see from Gen G, particularly this roster. Obviously, Lehen's for Duro is a trade that a lot of people question. Duro coming into his own now a little bit. But the fact that they're not seed 1, it's unheard of for Gen G. It's now Showmaker getting traded on. But Beryl stepped out of the bush. He has a W, but Duro's here to hover again. It's a 2v2 in mid. But Showmaker on the losing end of it forces his flash away. As bot plates also going to be prized away from Ruler.
Really well played by Chovy there to find that angle. Know that Duro's there to hover. And they force out the flash eventually. Neither mid laner has TP, so Showmaker should hopefully lose a wave here. Or at least hopefully for Chovy.
Yeah. Another thing to point out. So we saw the first Drake get taken pretty much on spawn. I wonder if the second one is going to be a fight. As there definitely is going to be a fight here. Equalizer invested there by Keen. There's a cease and desist waiting to be used at Siwoo's flash though. Going to save him from the fists of Vi. And the play gets called off as Gen G walk away with the flash advantage.
Very nicely done by Canyon. Holds his flash, knows that Siwoo's just going to use his own summoner to get out there. And Lucid's not there to cover.
It almost seems like priority in all 3 lanes right now. So easily established by Gen G. I mean, top, as you can see right now, particularly with the flash advantage, Keen might be looking for an all-in. But as I was saying, it's almost impossible for this Jace to play now. It's so free, the priority in top lane. In bot lane, similar story. Ruler was able to wail on that tower while the supports were in mid. Obviously, doesn't look the same right now. But mid, Chovy getting the shove off for free. 200 gold lead there.
Good news for Siwoo is that Lucid is nearby, and that wave is pushing away from Keen. He's in a tough position here. He's potentially in a lot of trouble. I think he maybe just saw the pet.
Glimpse, yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm not sure if that works off Fog of War. Little blue guy peeping out of the bush.
Down into river, and that showed the pet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is an accurate, if the
Observer
Fog of War
thing.
here is accurate in this stream.
Chovy's actually got the grass set up as well. I didn't notice this before, and you can see just how little damage he's doing to Showmaker now. that Spectre's Cal has been acquired.
Especially with Showmaker W providing him that magic damage shield, it's really difficult from this point onwards. Chovy's going to have to look to shove whatever waves he can, find the Galio ult, and then roam to side and have impact in those side lanes or in those team fights.
It's a full rotation to top side here for DK, really prioritizing those 6 scrubs. TP on Siwoo, and now they're going to start them up. There's potential that a fight's going to break out any second here. W through the wall from aiming as Wind Become Lightning, going to find Chovy. He steals away the Zinzal ultimate. He's quite happy with that trade, and I think there definitely is going to be a fight over the grubs here. Alistar ultimate up and available. He finds the headbutt onto Lucid as now the engage comes through from Gen G. Sends Beryl into the backline. Quickness used for no value as the hero's entrance. Going to find 4, but there's no follow-up. Equalizer drops on the backline to stop aiming from re-engaging this fight, and Gen G going to take away the grubs and take 2 kills, if you please.
Gen G with a teleport invested there by Keen managed to make that a 2 for 0, but DK did get one of those grubs, so they are on 4 right now.
That is the breakpoint that DK would have been looking for. Little E there. Cheeky from Ruler. The other important thing is that Gen G now get to take the Drake and some top tower plates.
Yeah, Mountain Drake and Infernal have both been taken already, or Mountain Drake's about to be taken, rather, so that's 2 of the most powerful souls for either side taken away.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see another Chemtech soul.
Bot side Skull spawning any second. Take your eyes for a second from the screen and look at the minimap. Look at all the vision. And then put them back on the screen because Keen cooking Siwoo on the bot side. There's a roaming cow here. Has a headbutt and a pulverize and a flash, evidently. He's going to opt to use it. Is Keen going to flash out of the tower shot and barely survive? They screwed up the tanking there, Gen G, but it's just enough. The kill gets done.
I think Keen potentially stepped into that tower right before Alistair's damage came through. Obviously, when you do the headbutt pulverize combo, the damage from the headbutt gets cancelled by the pulverize.
Yeah.
And so it's only the damage from... And so both come through as you get the damage from Q. Which I think is why Keen ends up tanking this tower here. Or no, steps forward before Juro's even there. Makes a bit of a mistake. The scrap shield flash keeps him alive.
It's not even anything fancy. It was just a slight error there from Keen. So lucky to stay alive as Beryl now in a lot of trouble. There is a Vi ultimate coming back in a couple seconds. Luckily for Beryl, wasn't able to be used right then and there when Canyon would have liked it. So he's going to battle Lance out to safety.
Very fortunate, yeah, that the cease and desist was on cooldown.
Yeah.
Ruler in mid, looking to push this, potentially get a good reset here. He's actually got his first item. He's in trouble now.
He just need forwards. He has to flash away as Beryl, I think off vision, battle dances onto aiming, says, hello, what's up? W's onto Ruler, forces out his flash.
Aiming with that first item, the Yuntal, giving him so much burst. Those first 3 attacks.
The third time Beryl's been caught in a couple seconds here. It's Chovy this time pulling the trigger, and Duro over the wall with the Hex Flash finds his counterpart, and Chovy the one to take the kill.
Brilliant work there by Chovy. Having that rotate down, getting that priority in top, and coming to support his ADC in support.
Oh, Robbo. I want you to look at the Drake. That's a Hextech soul. 3 minutes.
I did point this out earlier as that mountain was taken, but yeah, Gen G's win condition just became so much more clear this game.
Yeah, so true. This might be another win condition if you just keep finding picks all around the map. There's a cease and desist. This is impossible to play for Siwoo. Second time he's just become a corpse under that bot tier 1. And now there's no more bot tier 1 to even mark his grave.
did have flash, decides not to invest it there. Keen's going to tank this tower, and it's just going to go down. That's feats of strength going over to Gen G.
It's kind of brutal so far. 3,000 gold lead, almost looking like the Gen G of old.
It has been absolutely beautifully played by Gen G.
There are
14 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Here's that pick on Beryl.
Just vision abuse from Chovy.
Yeah. I mean, Beryl's lucky that Chovy already has the heroic entrance and can't steal away his ultimate, but it doesn't matter there.
God, it must be nice to be ruler in this game and just look around the map and there's a guy dying in topside jungle, someone getting dove in bot, and you're the beneficiary of all, just farming 10 CS a minute, looking in midwave, shoving it every single time, being completely safe.
He is very happy this game. He's got an extra kill on aiming. That's going to give him the gold advantage and mean that he can get his item at the same time as aiming. Obviously, Ezreal's build at the start there, a lot more expensive.
Yeah. Speaking of gold advantages, it's a sea of red right now on the scorecard. 900 in top, 1.3 thousand in mid. Chovy really making himself felt this game. And DK going to walk away with a black eye at best.
Hopefully DK can find something back here. Showmaker matching Chovy in top is exactly what they want. Is in that longer lane, the pressure that the Galio has means that he may be able to find something on Chovy.
Gold difference over time graph. Not looking good if you're a DK fan. Hold on a second.
3,500 here.
I think Canyon's fallen for the trap. Wind becomes lightning over the wall. Does Lucid. Is Canyon forced to flash away? Has a cease and desist coming up in a matter of seconds, and Ruler and Duro are going to collapse in that mid-side fight at the same time as Chovy's trading aggressively in the longer lane on top.
Hollow Radiance for Galio is providing him so much tankiness, but yeah, Chovy's still managing to find those trades, hit those abilities. Right, this is going to be all 5 members of Gen G rotating up for this Herald.
Totally is, actually. Gen G, they want this Herald, and they want it now. 36 seconds to Drake, so if they get this Herald, their tempo is going to be on time. Unless DK are able to delay them, but with the amount of damage Rule's just pumping into Lucid right there, I don't think DK have a slim hope of delaying Gen G. Steamrolling over this Herald and going to set their eyes on Drake next.
Lucid's got a reset. Beryl, I think, has an item on back. So they're both going to go back before this Drake spawns, and they're not going to have the power here.
Yeah.
That's potentially going to be a Herald dropped in mid, and they're potentially going to lose this mid tower.
I mean, Keen just walked up and one-shot aiming, and now they're just going to take mid tower.
They're going to get a charge on tier 2.
This is insane from Gen G. The macro looking so good, backed up by their micro, and it's just... I mean, what do you do as DK?
It is very difficult to play at this point. Chovy walking down, as is Showmaker. Chovy, importantly, doesn't have the heroic entrance, so he's going to have to TP to the fight and potentially find an ultimate that will give him some value.
Duro now, he's the one activating DK's trap card, but he has that Stampede and that Pulverize. Not even going to be enough to save him. Potentially, the Alistar ultimate will be headbutts the blue buff to get to safety. DK Lucid, he wants this kill so badly. Still has the flash available and the ultimate. It's aiming to claim the life of the cow. There's now Drake potentially...
TP from Chovy in mid. Keen standing by. If they do contest this, DK...
That's a big equalizer there.
There's potential for a Herald to go down mid.
Now Canyon's going in. See his cease and desist. He's going to use it right there on the tank Jace, and he's going to get one shot. Not so tanky. Just kidding. I take it back because here's a heroic entrance from Showmaker, and it's heroic. It's entirely heroic as Showmaker does so much damage, makes so much space for his team, aiming. Going to finish off some of the kills there. And DK walk away.
I don't think DK can finish.
Yeah, very happy. Although Duro, yeah, he's a full HP bar, and he's got vengeance to exact on these DK members. They took his life one time, so now he's going to take more. But Ruler going to fall as Duro doesn't peel. He instead forces the headbutt engage. Keen TP's in. Oh! He's overheated, though, and he goes down. Aiming. Takes the kill as Siwu now going to take out Duro as well. And DK, it's falling apart for Gen G.
Ruler just oversteps, gets hit by the wind, becomes lightning, and he goes down immediately. But that's a Herald going to charge mid, and that tower's on 20% of its health. Not great for Gen G. That's going to make the gold lead much tighter and mean that they're about 10 minutes away from taking Soul.
Yeah. After this equalizer, I thought DK, I mean, what do you do? But turns out you can do a lot.
The TP in from Showmaker, it's so deep, but the heroic entrance can come in from anywhere. And they play with those health bars magnificently. I mean, they're all so low. Peeling, aiming perfectly there.
Yeah. Heroic, an understatement for that entrance from Showmaker. Saves the game just then.
Here I think Gen G just go a bit too early. Ruler steps forward, gets caught with so much damage, doesn't have the E. And just gets taken up by Lucid and Showmaker. That Galio Jin Zhao combo is so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, the double knockup bouncy house for Ruler. It's not the fun kind, though. It's like a bouncy house, but they put rocks in the ceiling. So if you bounce too high, you just get killed. That's what happened to Ruler. There's now 3 minutes till the next Drake spawns. Gen G going to have their eyes on that, but they need to slow the game down. Just lost a sizable gold lead. Now, look at the ADC, man.
And I think the result of that fight, or that fight rather, was a result of Chovy not having the heroic entrance himself. Because if he does, that engage works so much better. But he doesn't have any ultimate, has to come into the fight and steal the Jin Zhao ultimate as Showmaker TP's in.
Yeah. Now he has the heroic entrance, but this is not going to save him from this situation he's found himself in. Again, it's just the bouncy house of death put in show by DK. And Chovy...
Aiming has been the beneficiary of every single kill on DK. He's the only one with gold. He's the only one with the gold advantage. 2,000 now.
That's ridiculous. It's the exact guy you wanted on.
And 0.
Now, DK, they're just going to start this Atacon. It's 5v4 for Gen G. That Atacon, I mean, it's no small monster to hunt. If you're DK, it obviously reduces your magic resist and armor. So Gen G, they're going to be frothing at the mouth here, salivating, looking at these DK HP bars. Hitting away at the Atacon as the equalizer going to drop on Lucid's head. Now the mad dash to escape comes out as there's the Zinto ultimate going to block away a lot of Ruler's damage. 4,000 HP left on Atacon. It might get flipped here. It might be flipped. The whole game might be flipped if this Erased Atacon goes down towards Gen G. They're going to win the fight, and if DK does it, it's going to go to them as Beryl makes the first mistake. He goes down, and the smite from Canyon is perfect. Duro polarizes 2 on the backline, and Gen G are going to take aiming to the wall and dash him against it as now Keen, the person to find the rest of the kills. Aiming flashes away. He's trying to do anything he can. But Q flash from Canyon is perfect. And Aiming walks into the True Shot Barrage, which ends his life, decapitates him in the top side. Top tower going to fall as well. Gen G take away the Atacon and take away 5 lives from DK.
And there we see just what you're saying. The Atacon is so dangerous to take, especially if there's 4 members of Gen G alive, they will tear through your team. And I thought here maybe Siwu has a flank, has an angle, but Canyon's so patient in that bush, has vision of the objective going down, knows when to step up, knows that if he goes down, this Atacon is lost, the game is potentially lost here. Ruler and Keen getting so much damage in with their various methods of poke. Beryl steps forward, get instantly eviscerated, and Keen on the backline keeps Siwu out of it.
Just got punched in the face, Beryl. It's crazy. It's back to the action now. Canyon's found another angle onto Lucid here, and the headbutt pulverized combo yet again from Duro just kills him. Another corpse in the bot side. Bot lane, not a happy place for DK this game.
Still a minute and 15 seconds on that Atacon. They're going to bring Ruler across with the Hex Gates, and that tier 2 is going to get sieged.
Yeah. And they brought a trebuchet and everything. Gen G, they want this tier 2. It's going to go down quite quickly, I think. If they fully set their attention to it, nothing DK can really do. Yeah, they have the Showmaker engage. Maybe they can sustain a couple waves, but with this Voracious Atacon buff, it's going to be so hard.
Taunt doesn't quite connect. Siwu going forward, not finding Ruler. And there's so much damage has gone onto that tower already. Ruler, just a couple of Essence Fluxes there, and that tower is getting lower and lower.
Surely on this wave, Gen G going to prize this tower away from the clutching grasp of DK. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Keen bodyguards the tower, going to catch the wave in proxy position. Did he just E when he overheated? Is that a mechanic you have? Anyway, doesn't matter. Tower going to die.
Aiming, standing back, standing by, waiting for this engage from Showmaker.
There it is. A bit scuffed though. Wins a war. Gonna find absolutely nothing. There's the True Shot Barrage. That's gonna find everything. Is another equalizer dropping rockets on the heads of Gen G. Duro finds a 3-man engage. Now the quickness comes through from Beryl. Essence Fox is gonna go wide from Ruler, but watch his health bar. He's gonna do all the damage here for Gen G. He needs to find so much work as the rest of DK gonna fall to shreds in front of the rocket fuse from Keen, doing so much damage to all the members of DK on the backline. And every single one of them gonna go home in a corpse body bag.
And with 15 seconds left on the Atacon, DK engaged just a bit too early. Gen G, only 1 man falls, and it's just his Atacon buff. He's going to TP in Chovy. They're looking to end this game in 24 minutes. Are they going to manage it? I think they will.
I don't think it's possible to stop them. The towers, they're getting broken down.
24-minute game.
Gen G are just going to end. It's a 23-44 seconds. Gen G wiped DK on the bot side, and then wiped them off the face of the rift. The Nexus goes boom, and that's game 1.
That was stunning. I mean, Gen G just looked like a totally different team than they have so far this LCK Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they even made like a huge mistake. And then off the back of that huge mistake went, okay, my bad, guys, let's clean it up, then wiped them twice and ended.
Yeah. That's all it took.
Just do that.
Aiming the only one doing any work on DK. I think he still had 100% of their kills.
Yeah. And there's just so much going on in the fights, man. It's crazy. Like, if you look in the backline, you got Ruler. He's doing all the damage. But at the same time, Dura's finding a massive engage, getting Q flashes off left and right, rockets dropping on their heads, Keen burning everyone to a crisp. Like, Genji's team fights that game, the front to back was just beautiful.
It was stunning. My goodness. Okay, we're going to...
We're getting Dan in game 2, but we're going to break now.
Yeah. Look at Keen's damage that game.
Jesus, man. I feel like half that was in the last fight. I had my eyes on Ruler, but... And the guy was just flamethrowing everyone.
It's just cooking.
Yeah, literally. Anyone know what roast Zeri tastes like?
Sorry?
Do you know what roast Zeri tastes like? I think Keen does. That's the... Alright, well, I'll call you at the start of game 2.
Okay. Cheers.
I might be trying to overcomplicate it a little bit. I don't just need to call what I see, but I need to be looking in the right places. I need to call what I see, but I need to be looking in the right places. So there's a point, like that last team fight. Looking at Ruler instead of Keen. So I don't have the words for when Keen killed everyone. Need to be watching Duro. So I think I need to watch the engage. Support engage, that's usually the thing that starts it. Look for the fucking massive engage from Alistar. Bang. That's an insane thing to watch out for. Then after the engage, look for the follow-up. Look for the follow-up or the disengage. It's literally that easy. I don't know, I was looking at Ruler. He's not an interesting thing to talk about. He's just going to play it mechanically fine. The point where you talk about the ADC, I think, is the point where either they are the follow-up to the engage, and it's not like Keen running in and equalizing everyone, or like cooking everyone with flamethrower. So it's like a Kai'Sa. If it's like a Kai'Sa and she like killer instincts off like an Alistar engage, then you talk about holy shit, Ruler's in. But otherwise, I think you talk about. The follow-up was like Chovy finds some chains. Like I should keep my eyes on Keen and Chovy more than Ruler in that fight. Because what's realistically going to do the most damage? Just think about it. Or what is doing the most damage? And then call that. Anyway. Alright. I'll be back. Game 2. Let me make a little... Oh yeah, I gotta... Wait. We'll go back to doing this on stream. Yeah, I know. I was staring at him and then fucking rested Gen G. They just fucking cooked. All right, we're going to make this game 2 waiting room. Here we go. Remind me later. Game 2. This doesn't actually look that good. What if this goes in front of it? No, it doesn't actually work. I think I've got the wrong idea with the... I think I've got the wrong idea with the color switch. No, I was going... Yeah, I know. Yeah. That is real, actually. What if instead of a color switch like that, we do like the... We could do the Nike shit. I want this to be red. And then we actually should make it bigger, potentially. Potentially, this should just be the same size. Yeah, I don't think the outline should be bigger anyway. This'll do. think this should be the same size, if not bigger. And then this should be, you know what I mean? Like this should be as big as that. Game 2 waiting room, and then it's like Game 2 waiting. I don't know. It doesn't look good. Whatever. I don't know. Game 2. I want to reduce, yes, how visible, yeah, this looks the best so far. The reason this works is because game and 2 kind of feel connected now. Game 2 waiting room. Oh, I should put my little bird. I have my little bird in thumbnail assets, but fuck it, I ain't doing that. I am taking a photo of it. No, not Visual Studio Code. Okay. Yeah, this will do. Still like it. Let's gradient it. I don't like this anymore. Getting show up. Yeah. Give me a second, let me mute. Alright, my pizza's here, so my camera's going off. Let me put in, wait, hold on. For now. Wait, shit, are you telling me game 2 starting right now?
We are in draft.
Fuck, my pizza just got here. Alright, you
Are
guys
we?
talk.
Oh, we are.
We are in draft. In Italy banned away on blue side. We're expecting to see the Skarner, Kalista, Genji have been sticking to that on red.
I'm muting while I eat. You guys can go. Enjoy.
Sounds good.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but the Poppy taken away, that's been one of the highest priority supports besides the Rakan and the Alistair, which we've seen in the first game. Rel, Leona, both available and both counted hard by Poppy, so it suggests that DK might look towards something like that.
Yeah, also historically good barrel picks as well.
That is true.
But also the Lilia ban, interesting.
Lilia, that
I
leaves
wonder if that's
Aurora
something.
open. Ambessa, Cassante, Wukong also available.
I think
could
Best is one of
get
the
ADC.
most contested picks here. Both the top laners having 100% win rate on it so far.
For
You're
sure.
picking it up.
Makes so much sense for Siwu. He was so good on it in our last series.
Best and best in the world?
Quite possibly. New champion, new player, highly aggressive playstyle. Exactly the right fit.
No, there's this young OCE
how
Ambessa
he
guy called
responds.
Viper Strict 3 who's pretty good, I heard. Down the pipeline.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I bet he is. But he's not playing in this game. He's not a professional player yet. Could potentially see an ADC pickup early here. The Kai'Sa and the Varus were both panned away in last game. And there it is. There's the Varus.
There's the
Incredibly
Varus,
high priority on that champion.
I think the really interesting thing, last game, DK's looked really good by playing through mid jungle this year. But they
have.
really went for the supporting mid jungle to do the aiming area, which was really kind of last year's plan. Forgetting that last year they didn't get very far. So I really wonder how they respond this time. Taking the Kai'Sa though.
There is the Kai'Sa. That makes a lot of sense. It's that poke. It's one of those two high priority ADCs that is still available.
It looks very good on.
That's going to be taken away. And as you said, last game, Showmaker didn't really show us much.
No,
Galio
exactly.
was impressive. And yeah, it wasn't abusing Chovy or Keen the way it really needs to. So hoping we can see something a bit more aggressive. The Azir
this time. I believe this is Showmaker's 17th unique champ pick, by the way. The Azir. Crazy that he hasn't picked it already, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a tank. But we'll have to see what the matchup is.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Talia here picked up for Chovy.
Yeah, strong pick into actually all three of these champions.
Yeah.
And to be also go for the
Aurora
Maokai jungle
available.
first.
Yeah, locked in there. Probably going to see Talia and Aurora taken away by DK here.
Would think so, yeah.
What does
Let's
Gen G
see.
need to ban, though? Because there are some supports that could potentially cause them a lot of trouble. The
Yeah.
Wukong taken away.
Looking bang. And that
The
makes more
Zyra
sense,
is
I
an
think,
option.
taking out Lucas did than Beryl. Beryl's
Yeah.
always got something up his sleeve, so
I think we see the Zyra or the Nidalee taken, or the Sejuani, sorry, taken away. Also, potentially Viego is a very strong
another
jungler
good
with
pick
that team.
with the AD junglers with the zero mid.
Yeah,
And Kai'Sa as well,
And
bringing some good
Kai'Sa
AP damage. So
exactly. That's a great point. Nocturne instead
Nocturne.
going to be banned.
I mean, also makes sense. Another AD jungler with a lot of great engage range that Zir, Kai'Sa, and Abessa can all follow up on.
Yeah, Renata taken away from Duro makes so much sense with the Varus pickup. There's the
Zyra.
Zyra ban.
Oh, maybe thinking of a Maokai support here, but
Potentially, yeah. Zyra is
probably
also
not anymore.
good support.
True.
Been played
True.
mostly in jungle, but there's the option for that flex.
Have there been any Zyra support games? They haven't actually, no. I mean, I'd be surprised because it'd be a rough in the lane swap, I would assume.
It might be, yeah. There's
And
the
here you see the Aurora.
One of those pickups we were anticipating. Now
Worse matchup, but I think more of a power pick than the Talia.
I expect that means that this Maokai is going jungle.
Almost
I think
certainly.
you wanna support last pick here. Beryl on the Rel, another thing that we've seen.
Johnny well.
Such high
So
priority.
DK really going for a very strong dive comp here.
Yeah. Yeah, that Rel and Azir combo. Very powerful, along with the Sejuani, of course. And there's the Braum. Such a good bot lane.
Makes sense. And Braum very good at stopping this dive as well. This is, I think, is going to be a rough game for Ruler if they manage to find him. Definitely going to, I mean, I'd be shocked if he goes on hit. I think this must be a lethality Varus game.
There's a lot of peel, and I think they do need a bit of damage on Gen G. I would honestly...
True low damage comp. If someone could pull it off, it would be Ruler, right?
Yeah. Plus, he does have that 75 range advantage over the Kai'Sa, so it makes it a bit more playable. I suspect that DK look for a lane swap here. Maybe sacrifice Siwu a little bit.
And he should.
Yeah, that 2v2 is very difficult for aiming and barrel. We'll see as we get into the game.
Strong drops on both sides.
Yeah,
I do
very good.
worry a little bit that Genji might lack damage, but
I suspect if Ruler can't be peeled, and if he gets put behind, it could be a problem.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Genji have
Well, if
to
your
play
carries
very
are
clean.
Chovy Ruler, I trust that.
Yeah, especially after last game, they've been playing the macros so well, playing the map so well.
We get to see the skins now.
I'm almost done, guys. I've got very little left. I'm going quick.
You got this.
Ruler plays Darkstar Varus. That's odd.
What would you say the best Varus skin?
I
play?
think it's Cosmic.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. The legendary one.
No. Empyrean Varus is terrible. I think it's Cosmic Hunter because you can easily see the W. And
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, the other one.
Yeah. It's a
Might
5v5
be starting
in
early in
jungle.
phase.
It's exactly what Gen G did last time, except that they're taking their 5th member in here. Hopefully they don't lose Ruler's Flash level 1 again.
You do have the much stronger level 1 here, so
Especially with Braum.
I would be
Especially in the
surprised.
team fight.
And Amy just heading straight to top lane.
Siwu on that bot tower already.
Yep.
There's that lane swap we talked about. Lucid looking for vision in that top side, trying to get information.
But yeah, I think we're just going for the standard hard lane swap.
Makes sense.
King checking a little bit. Slowing Lucid down a lot is clear, actually. Don't be too happy about that.
Hasn't even started a camp yet, having to fight Keen. 1v2 in the jungle. He'll have the opportunity to walk mid and just gather a bit more XP.
All right, fellas, I'm back. And I've got to say, expertly handled draft. That was excellent. Let's line up game times quickly. I'm 146, 147, 148, 149.
5 seconds.
150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 55, 56, 57. We all good? 58, 59.
Yep.
Okay.
Back in line. And here we see that DK have opted not to bring Siwoo mid, and instead he's just going to sit bot and hopefully try and catch that odd bit of experience. It hasn't worked out for him so far. Only gotten 1 minion, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's going to be a very rough tower dive, I think.
It is. Keen rotating down as well. Canyon's there already, level 3. He's going to be forced out.
Yeah, it's just not letting being let into the tower there. Canyon bullying Siwoo off that XP range. And he's going to be level 1
no XP at all.
for the foreseeable future. So the trade is going to be on the top side for plates, but GenG got 4 members down here.
GenG potentially looking to get Keen level 2 before he TPs into top. So that make him a bit harder to dive. Or they're going to reset Ruler and Duro and try and match.
Lucid no longer in that top jungle, though. So the dive is a lot less risky now.
That is true. 2 plates on bot. Not yet answered back on top, but we expect that DK will try and do some damage to that tower.
And if Reddit is to be believed, this is going to be the last season we get of lane swap. So enjoy it while it lasts, fellas. It's Chovy getting a really aggressive trade onto Showmaker there. Taking away 70% of his HP. He's just going to TP back.
I have to use that summoner, yeah. Siwoo is kept fully away from experience. He's still only picked up 1 minion. Beryl now going to come through and support him, but the support is a higher level right now.
Hold on a second. There's the crash down. They're just trying to make their way into the tower here, DK, but I think GenG, they might be able to dive this. Lethal Tempo stacking up on Ruler now. Siwoo on barely any HP. Finally going to get to see a wave by himself.
That piercing arrow comes through and does so much damage to Siwoo and Beryl, who both already have stacks. And Siwoo's still not level 2. Beryl soaked some of that, I think, because he's hit level 3 now. So DK's top laner is still in a terrible position.
Question. We just see Chovy TP mid. Dan, do you expect GenG to prioritize Drake the same way they did last game?
Not really. It looks like Keen's going to reset here and in match aiming.
I think they've got a stronger early game now. I think last game they were just very happy to say, look, we're not going to fight these grubs because we're going to lose, so let's just go take Drake instead. Just actually cross-mapping, which we kind of don't see much anymore. I think teams want to always find the objective, but I think it was a very smart, measured approach. But now I think they do have that strength with the Varus, with the Braum. I'd be surprised if they give up grubs that easily.
I would expect that GenG will look to take 3 grubs in this first rotation and hopefully another 3 in their second.
I wonder if Lucid goes Drake here, actually. Although, Siwoo just recalled.
Late game, do you see GenG winning side lanes, though?
To be honest, I think that the Cassante Ambassador is quite uninteractive, but I don't fancy the Azir's chances into Aurora.
No, not at all.
Beryl and Duro just dueling out here. Duel versus Spear.
Absolute wet noodle session here. Canyon coming in, a little bit more lethality behind the tree.
Here come the damage dealers. Here come the damage dealers.
Yeah, Sejuani and Maokai, notorious for making Rel and Braum look like wet noodles.
Beryl's trying to walk into this top side, but Aiming's wave looks like it's almost pushing away from him. He's in a bit of trouble here.
Here comes that first grub spawn that we talked about before. In terms of the resources, the only person level 6 in the game right now is Chovy. So he has the in-between worlds, but no TP on him. He's not here. GenG, they get grubs priority. Lucid not level 6 yet, so he can't really find the engage. Showmaker does not have that shuffle. It's going to be so hard for DK to walk into the river, and GenG abusing them, going to take away the grubs.
And that's just the power of abusing Showmaker, managing to get that earlier reset. He doesn't have that resource. And Chovy, in the first 3 minutes of this game, guaranteed his team grubs.
Second person to hit level 6, by the way, is Aiming.
He was left top by himself for a long time. I think he's the only person who's actually had a solo lane for most of this game besides Chovy.
Thing is,
Chovy's almost a level ahead.
Back to a
Actually.
lull.
do you think Gen G played the Drake here?
I don't think so. I think that Sejuani can take Drake by herself quite happily, but I don't think that Canyon can, and I don't think that Lucid will. Especially with the priority that Gen G have established in mid and in bot.
I think taking Drake just slows you too much down on your jungle prior, and then you slow, you don't get grubs. Yeah. I think I've just been proven to be the stronger of the two objectives.
See that side lane you talked about coming into full effect. This is the most neutral matchup I've ever seen in my life. Both of these players just lost in the minions. There's an all-out available, yeah.
That's your way.
Keen has 6, but Lucid's in the area and also has the Glacial Prism. Keen actually may be in trouble if he oversteps here. There's good vision there, Tribush, but potential for a lane gank here.
Siwoo's level 6 is on this cannon, by the way. Siwoo's going to hit level 6 on the cannon. He can use that perfect execution, although I think Keen saw the Sejuani passive on the E there. Proc on,
I think so.
Siwoo's auto attack.
Saw the passive connect with Siwoo.
Oh my goodness, the poke from Gen G on aiming.
And important to note that Ruler is going the on-hit build. That's going to build into a Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah, with a lethal tempo. And that does break some of the damage that Genji really needs. I just wonder if DK played this well, how much uptime is Ruler actually going to be able to get in these fights? Because,
well,
Ambessa flying at him, Sejuani are flying at him, Rel flying at him, Nazir flying at him, Nakaisa flying at him.
Yeah, it'll be on Duro, Canyon, and Keen to really peel at him, and on Chovy to get damage back as they're trying to engage on Ruler.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely very difficult for Gen G. One little interesting thing, we did see the Drake go down there, and I think it's because potentially Lucid, when he showed on the bot side, got pinged out. So Canyon knew he had the tempo to maybe start up that Drake and take it away.
That's a really good point, yeah. Canyon is just about equal with Lucid still, in terms of camps cleared. But he's got 2 more objectives.
The gold lead right now, 800, potentially going to blossom into more. Gen G looking pretty good in all the lanes yet again. This game 2 looks very similar to the start of game 1.
And now, the question is whether Beryl will get his ultimate, the Magnet Storm, before the Scrubs is contested. The minute left on that, just hit level 5. Because Duro is not quite level 5 yet. And so if Beryl hits that, there is a potential advantage in that Scrubs fight.
Flash available here.
Watch out for the Maokai now. Have the vision. Forcing Beryl off this wave means I think it's very unlikely that he will hit that. Still just on level 5.
Yeah, it makes it really hard.
Showmaker's going to get first shove in mid. Both top laners have TP. It's unlikely that we see them coming up for this, although we did see last game Keen came up on the Rumble and really made excellent work happen with the Equalizer. Showmaker's TP is on vision here.
There's a tree in that bush, though, and he's just going to root slam Showmaker straight back out of it. Loses half his HP off the TP, and there's an in-between worlds. Chovy, he wants more. Although he's a bit too scared to send it. Knows that there is Sejuani waiting to use the Glacial Prison if he overextends there.
Aiming's interrupt. Aiming's reset interrupted there. Gen G get these for free.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see as a DK fan.
Really isn't.
Just such a greedy TP from Showmaker. Even though it wasn't a control ward.
If Tura got that again. Wasn't able to, though.
Aiming's still going to be denied the cannon wave here. Beryl's going to be kept away from that as well. And Ruler's getting so many of these plates.
Is this first tower? It's 6 grubs.
It is. And that's potentially a tower dive as well. Canyon moving up here. There's a ward in that
It is not back.
It's controlled.
Yeah, they're too scared of it, DK.
Aiming can't walk up.
Twisted Advance obviously is available. That's a thing that I think is in the forefront of Aiming's mind. Yes, he has the Cleanse, Killer Instinct, and Flash. But he doesn't really want to walk into the waiting arms of Duro. He's just hit level 6. Ruler, of course, with the Chains of Corruption as well. It's too scary. So they're actually just going to give away first tower, and that's going to be feats of strength at 11 minutes secured by Genji.
That is fantastic news for Ruler, especially since those boots give him that extra move speed, and when he does upgrade them, if he gets to that point, gives you move speed on hit, which is exactly what he needs to survive in this game.
We were talking about Beryl hitting level 6 there, the XP lead over Duro. But grubs are now gone, the tower is now gone, and Beryl is still level 5. Genji just played that whole top sequence so brutally, just did not let them get anything.
Yeah, are we watching DK or Weibo? This guy's level 5 crisp-esque running around the map.
From this point on, once Beryl gets his first item, that's about all the power that the Rel needs, though.
I want to point out, Genji doing Genji things, by the way. There's been no fighting in this game. It's a 0-0 game. Look at the damn gold lead. That if this isn't a Genji game, I don't know what the hell a Genji game is. There's a 2.3k gold lead that has just apparated from nothing.
It's a tower top. We're going to get the stats on how much gold has been given over by plates in about a minute now. And with 6 grubs, I'd expect that Genji, most of their lead comes from side lane towers.
Yeah, all 5 top lane, 1 mid lane, and what I believe 2 bot lane, is it?
At least 2. And I
That's
think
quite
they
a bit.
went to Ruler.
Versus, I think my map's a bit blurry, but I think DK only got 1. So
Yeah, 1 in top.
yeah, 1 in top. So that is, yeah.
And that's the third.
I think we see where the gold lane is from.
It's just the perfect Genji lane swap, isn't it? Is trade in the mid.
Yeah. There's also the fact that aiming's about 25 CS behind Ruler right now. Just cannot walk in.
1.3 K gold lead on ADC already.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
You saw it manifest again against the under-leveled Beryl just then. Took a Varus Q to the face. This guy's playing on hit. And Beryl lost half his HP in a single piercing arrow.
It's very cool that Ruler has a 23 gold bounty.
Keep in mind, Braum has ultimate here, so if this fight breaks out, Genji, I think you gotta give them the favor. Ruler's reset on his gold, he has the Bork, all the ultimates available, all the summoner spells available. Lucid, he wants to seal the dragon, but he's just gonna get Q'd in the face, and Genji gonna disengage. They don't need to take the fight if they're just gonna win the game slowly.
It's so hard to walk into Genji, though, the Glacial Fissure and the Twisted Advance. It's unreal. There's such good counter engage, especially when you consider Between Worlds. And there's the tower plate.
There we go. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a Genji
500
game.
of that on half of that on Ruler.
Yeah.
Well
Absolutely
played.
brutal.
We were talking about the side lanes before. The other thing manifesting is they're mismatching it. Chovi's
Yeah.
forcing it into Siwoo.
And
Oh, watch out for the dive.
So dive coming. Twisted Advance actually opted
Really?
into here.
No,
There's Duro and
Canyon,
Canyon.
yeah.
The boys rolling up, and it's not the
Duro,
boys you want to see. It's not like your mates coming to the bar. It's like the hitmen coming to kill you. It's exactly what's happening. As Chovy takes the tower up, forced to flash away, Siwoo has just escaped the hitmen and walked away with his life.
that is so lucky for Siwoo. Has to use his flash. Public execution not quite landing. But Genji made a mistake there. I think it
Go get
was
the tower.
Canyon's W dropping aggro, and then for some reason
Chovy picking it up.
Yeah.
But even in their mistakes, Genji are still generating leads here.
Yeah, they managed to get that tower bot in the end there. Mid so low as well, and there's only 30 seconds till this Herald.
2 Drakes as well in Genji's favor. 20 seconds to the Herald. I mean, it's just stacking off against DK.
And I really think that the Sejuani with Heartsteel not going to provide nearly as much value as Canyon will with Unending Despair.
Was it Owner who went stackless on that a few games back?
The GOAT.
I think there's more than one
On
jungle.
Peanut as well.
Yeah, Herald gonna be started up by
Peanut had like
DK.
2 stacks on the Amumu.
They're kind of grasping at straws here. I don't think they deserve to get this Herald. This is not theirs by right. They're just going to steal it away. DK somehow found a little tempo spot where Genji have misstepped, and they're going to use it to its perfect advantage.
Oh. Ruler, once you get stacked up
Oh
there,
my
it's so
goodness,
dangerous.
there's Lucid's engage. Magnet Storm comes in as well. Showmaker finds the angle, and it's a massive engage on Ruler, reminiscent of what Faker did to him in Worlds 2023. He's now aiming, dives into the backline, but he gets taken under tower by Keen. Gets his double kills worth as Q flash forward from Keen now takes out Showmaker. Chovy on a sliver of HP, gonna live as well, but it's all Keen with the all-out doing all the damage as Lucid needs to run away. The only last, remember, of DK, and the gold lead manifests itself in a winning team fight for Genji.
Chovy and Keen did all of the work in that fight. I think aiming took the killer instinct into the backline, and Keen locks him down with the ultimate, pushes him under tower. And then, there's so much damage from Chovy. The between worlds here is the counter engage. It's just brutal. I mean, it finds 5 members, I think. And then only Duro and Ruler fall.
Ooh, aiming. Yeah, gets locked up under tower there, and Cassandra just easy job to finish him off.
Yeah.
But DK do exactly what their win condition should be. They find the Varus and they kill him.
I think it's
but
just too early in the game.
It's just not enough.
They don't one-shot all of the other members as well. And Showmaker only finds Varus.
Yeah. The other thing is, at this point in the game, Cassante is currently at his strongest compared to everyone else. So not only is he giga tanky, you can see just how much damage the all-out does, like 17 minutes in the game. He's one-shotting people.
He really is, especially with that empowered W, I think it is. Okay.
The ADC matchups. Just a few minutes ago, you were saying aiming's the first person to hit level 6. Now he's almost more than level down on than Ruler.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. It sounds psychotic, but DK needs to do the exact same thing again. Because
sure.
Ruler has no flash this time, and they need to send it, they need to find that fight, and in 40 seconds, there's going to be a dragon, and that is their time to go. Because if you let this incredibly tanky Genji comp get Mountain Soul, your game is over.
How many times
Genji have been rolling really well on these souls, I think. Like the early Drake stack into Hex deck, then now the early Drake stack into Mountain Soul. They're really, it's working out well for them.
They're getting their money's worth for sure.
There's an engage happening in mid lane. Canyon just phase rushes out of it. The Maokai, he's got quick feet, not something you'd expect from a tree of his size, but Maokai is full of surprises. So now DK going to try and work their way into the river. Siwoo's on bot side, and he has full priority.
Keen doesn't have TP. He's going to have to walk down a bit earlier. That means that he's not going to be able to deny that top wave, and this is actually good by DK here. They're not quite able to step into river. Not going to establish the prio that they really want. Keen, so tanky already. I mean, shield.
He's full armor, by the way.
I think it's just the E shield there.
Arrow?
It's dropped by Lucid. And DK, they need to walk into the river here. They have the tools to do so. The thing to look out for is the Emperor's Divide coming out from Showmaker. If he can find the same engage, like Robbo was talking about just a moment before on Ruler, then potentially DK have an angle in this fight. They need to find that perfect execution as well. But Chovy, with the in-between worlds and the twisted advance, potentially going to find the engage for Genji before DK have anything to say about it. Siwoo falls before he can get any value with his buttons. There's still an in-between worlds waiting to be used. Heal to speed up, and they're going to chase down DK to the ends of the earth if they have to. Lucid, the next person to fall. But unfortunately, we aren't able to stack up the Brawn passive as Genji. And walks out with his life, does Lucid.
Canyon keeps all of them out with that single ultimate, and the in-between worlds as the follow-up manages to find Siwoo and force DK back.
And that was one of the key things we missed about last fight, was that the twisted advance was actually down after that dive on Siwoo. So now they have it.
Right.
Maybe this dive is just impossible. Maybe they can't replicate what they did on that last fight.
That sure looks like it. Look how unplayable this is.
Instantly popping Siwoo. Is Lucy in the tank? Nah. Oh. This is a really rough state.
Yeah, I mean, at the point where, as DK, you're watching Duro. Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
I was going to say, at the point as DK,
Ouch!
you're watching Duro pop heal to run you down instead of pop heal to, you know, peel his ADC. That's the point where you might start to reconsider the decisions that led you here.
That was a little bit brutal to see. Chains of Corruption coming up as they're starting Atacon. Siwoo has the teleport, can come in, but there's no good wards.
Twisted Advance is back, by the way. So as you were saying, Dan, it's going to be so hard for DK to find a fight. Particularly if Canyon, he just presses the button, and the first guy it hits just dies, as we saw. Ruler with the on-hit damage. It's going to be Keen to find the engage this time, and Lucid, the guy to go down. Magnet Storm, yeah, it finds 4. But at what cost is the connection onto Ruler there by Siwoo? There's a Killer Instinct as well, but everyone just dives into Genji, and they're not going to escape with their lives. It's like diving into a concrete pool without water. You just die. Break your neck. And that's exactly what happened to DK.
Aiming was on a third of his health there. He couldn't get into that fight. He's still got all of the kills on DK. He has all of what little they've been able to gather. It's not an advantage, but look at this. He's on half health as this fight begins, and his teammates just get picked. There's the in-between worlds. The Magnet Storm, it's great, but there's no follow-up at all. Siwoo dives forward, gets locked up forever after the public execution. Aiming eventually dives forward and finds Ruler, but his entire team is wiped. It's just a bit hopeless.
I think Genji really now needs to start thinking about how do we win this? Because this dive win condition does not seem to be paying off. Maybe you go into more of a front to back with the Azir, but then you're really not getting full value out of the Ambessa, not getting value out of the Kai'Sa. With Mountain Drake coming soon,
6,000 gold lead
2
now.
minutes. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Canyon doesn't go down.
If the only question on the exam was how do you win this and you're DK, you're definitely failing the exam because I'm not seeing any answers here. I mean, it's almost impossible to find anything.
Twisted Advance.
Although this
Change
might
of Corrupt
be
is
exactly
there.
what they need. Twisted Advance is used as Ruler has full
my
uptime
God.
onto Beryl so far. Lucifer finds the angle. There's the Showmaker engaged, reminding Ruler yet again of what happened in Worlds. How many times is he going to have to relive his trauma this game? But Duro solo kills Aiming, and that's going to be the fight over for Gen G, as now Keen is fully unkillable. There's no damage left over to stop this Konsante from ravaging the backline. Sure, Siwoo can do something, as hold on, I'm going to eat my words in a second if this continues going on. Never mind, Keen takes out Showmaker. And that's another kill for Gen G. Every single fight it just looks impossible.
Still a minute left on the Atacon. Ruler's back. And I don't understand why
2/3
DK went
gold,
for that.
50-second death timers.
400 gold for 900 in kills. And about 30 seconds behind the tempo is what you get for that. Canyon's so tanky. The Chains of Corruption on Ruler is coming up as you're chasing this. Canyon flashes. I think this is where you get out as DK. You take what you get.
For your losses.
You get the Twisted Advance out. But Duro's peel's so good here. Gets knocked forward with Ruler. And he gets so much damage onto Aiming.
Getting a Varus sent at you is nice, but not so nice if the Braum goes right along with him.
With him, yeah.
Especially a bomb who's already got the shield up. Yeah, Aiming can't finish him off quite quickly enough, takes so much damage back. And then it's just Keen to clean up. Doesn't even have the all out, doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think Aiming's the one who got traumatized off that Azir ult. This is a Braum flying at him, melee range. 1 minute now till the Baron.
Important to note, Aiming has 100% of the kills for DK in both games so far.
Once again, this is what they did last year, but
Yeah. It's maybe not important to note, but it
they
is.
got that 4th place.
They are.
I think DK just are going to just give this all.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do, man?
And you can test it, like, no.
They've tried everything in the book, and, I mean, it's just not enough.
And this also looks eerily similar to DK of last year. Setting everyone top to get the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, trading Soul, trading a tier 2 on Chovy. Oh.
Hey, small wins.
Okay.
Beryl, man, lock in.
he bought his boots first, but Beryl just got his first item.
Oh, that was a serious trade down.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Seed 1 versus a Seed 2 match, but if you told me that and take away the nameplates, I would guess it's the other way around. Here's a Twisted Advance. There's Showmaker's ult. Sorry, Showmaker's ult used for no value. Knocks away Canyon, who just phase rushes out of it. Straight back into the Azir Tower, which he now destroys, and that's 1 pick for DK. And it's going to turn into a little bit more for Gen G, I think. So now they opt towards the Baron.
Oh. DK can't walk in here. Gen G are just taking this Baron. Ruler's on it, Canyon's on it. And you need 3 people to hold this wave, and that's what Gen G have here.
They're going to do that so perfectly. Yet again, Gen G, I mean, DK, they want to trade something. They're going to find a Magnet Storm engage. But this is not the target you want a Glacial Prison. It's Keen. And Keen's Sante is not a killable Sante. As we're going to learn very shortly, the heal to escape there. And now he wants to re-engage. Turns around, EQ. Tries to knock back Lucer, but it's going to miss. A Siwoo now wants to run for the hills. Beryl and Aiming can do exactly that. DK walk away sheepishly after losing the Baron.
And the only reason that DK are allowed to live there is that the Between Worlds is on cooldown, and Chovy doesn't choose to teleport behind them in that jungle. Look at the amount of vision that Gen G have.
Got to look at the replay first. Here's the Twisted Advance and the In-Between Worlds catching out Showmaker.
Ruler does so
Yeah,
much
just do
damage
nothing.
on Varus. And he's got a Jack show now. He's going to be so difficult to kill.
And now even that dive win condition is just evaporated.
Barrel cues some bugs.
Gold lead in mid there.
Skewering marshmallows on the campfire with that shattering strike. It's now top tier 2 going to fall any time now to Genji. So hold on a second.
Gonna go down first.
They don't win anywhere.
Just take what they please, man. Screw macro. You can put some guys top, put some guys mid, and just take it all.
Here we go. Genji with the engage.
Might be
Twisted
coming out
Advance
any
can
second now.
force
Twisted
power.
Advance being utilized there. Siwoo might be the target to fall. I don't know if it's going to barely reach his ankles. Luckily for him, Lucid blocks it. It's now Showmaker. I mean, he's got so much work to do. Even if he finds Ruler, if he sends a Braum with it, as we've seen before, I mean, Ruler might even like that. Chovy, Ruler, I mean, it looks so unplayable for DK. 2 unkillable carries. Now they're knocking on the door of your Nexus.
Genji went down, took
Ooh.
game 1 in less than 24 minutes. Now they're looking to take the second game in
I
less
think
than 30.
That's
They'll
exactly
have
what we're
1
about
minute
to
left
see.
on the Baron.
We're definitely going to see exactly that. Keeney wants to fight so bad. You see he's forcing aiming to do all the micro in the world, stepping out of every single ability. He can't step it out of that in between worlds as Keen gets the engage, goes all out under the tower. It's not exactly where you want to go, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Sure, Keen goes down, but when the Nazir tower is replacing your Nexus tower and Genji are the guys at the door, this is not a winning game state. As now Genji knock down the towers, knock down all the members of DK, and going to take the Nexus and send us to game 3.
Ruler just perfectly peeled there. Public execution not finding the value. Fantastic by Genji.
GG.
GG! 3-0.
Yeah, this is a 3-0. This is that was 2 smashings in a row.
Yeah.
Bangy can get the belt. Was necessary against Nongshim.
What's
Might
your
be
DP on
necessary
Molside?
now.
What's your DP on Molside, Dan? Be honest.
I was on DK.
That's brutal. Maybe they do it.
Look-
Maybe they do it.
Look, I mean, this is when they come alive, right? Because Genji's picks are gone now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
DK have as many picks as they like, so we'll see.
Are we gonna have to see the tank
this is
Pantheon
pretty
mid?
brutal. Keen has Jax, Gnar, Camille, Renekton, Gragas.
Yap.
Canyon still got Wukong, Nidalee, Nocturne, Lee Sin, Viego.
Alright.
Kane is so back.
Yeah.
Kane looks kind of dog water for a little while, but like he's so good again. Why does this keep happening?
No, he's got Ruler
Playoff
back.
merchant.
Alright, well, I'll call you at the start of next game, fellas.
Alright.
GG.
GG.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay, I need to add new scene 3, which is game 3, waiting room. Image. Okay. All right. Desktop. Where is it? Library. No. Users. Yes. Mount Johnston. Yes. Desktop. Poggers. I changed the song because I don't like that one as much. Hello. 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 Let me turn this off. All right. Yeah, that's a nice little addition. I enjoy that.
Fellas.
Let me turn on my light.
Hello, hello.
How are we going? We're about to get into draft here. Important.
Yo, you in already?
After last game,
Okay, no.
I think we're about to
Yeah,
get
it
in.
looks like it.
No.
I just got the side select
Mhm.
notification.
Me too, me too, me too.
Yes.
Okay.
After last game, Ambessa, Sejuani, Aurora, Varus, and Rel taken away.
All gone.
You got to
And
think
Azir.
as
Kai'Sa
this gets
There as well.
later
Kai'Sa.
into freak draft, DK got to be advantaged. When more champs are taken off the block and Gen G can't play regulation, that's got to be when DK heat up.
So, agreed. But Jax, Gnar, Wukong, Zyra, Talia, Ari, Ashe, Misfortune, Jinx, Pantheon, Elise, Leona, and Poppy all still available. And that's on top of what we're banning here. 2 junglers banned by DK. Trying to target Canyon a little bit more, but Nidalee, Viego both still up. Wukong, Zyra. Based on
I
those
think it
picks,
might be a first pick Nidalee, actually, because
based on those picks,
unless it gets
either a
banned
first
here.
pick
No, never mind.
Wukong or a first pick Nidalee.
Negan taken away. Once again, both
I think
junglers,
it's
like the top
Wukong.
laners, both junglers are on 100% win rate, Nidalee.
Yeah.
Lily instead. She was
That
also very good at this
was
champion.
the Gen
so-
V ban last game.
And Lucid is pretty good at Lilia. That's one thing that I
He
can
is.
say for him.
He really is.
Also 100% win rate as well, so let's see. Didn't mean much for Siwu. Maybe it'll mean something for Lucid this game.
Gen
Let's change
G
to the ruler Ashe.
Ashe is interesting. It has been dropping in prio in recent games. Was very high priority in the which stage was that? In the group stage.
Strong into Lilia though with the slowing. Takes away a lot of her movement speed power.
Here's the Poppy. That's been banned both games so far by DK. The highest priority support, I think, so far in this league, besides maybe Rel. And the Misfortune Nautilus is going to be the lock instantly as the response.
Interesting.
As we get later into these drafts, the number of ADCs available drops so significantly, and both of these teams going to take their ADCs early to avoid those second ban phases.
This might be a bit of a vote of no confidence for aiming. Couldn't carry on the Zeri game. Made some mistakes on the Kai'Sa, so now it's time for MF duty.
Yeah. Jinx, the only other thing I think I really see as an option for the ADCs. Though that does look so difficult to play for DK. Definitely going to look for a lane swap.
Yeah, and it's a pick confirmation. Oh, sorry, pick and composition rather, forming for Gen G here, playing that Ashe Zyra comp. It's really hard to walk into. It's something characteristic of what Gen G like to play. They like to play these suffocating compositions. Now some bans coming through.
It potentially means an AD mid laner, but we could also look towards something like the Talia, which works so well with the Ashe, or the Ari as well. But I'd consider banning Corki if I were DK. Hwei taken away.
Oh, yeah, the Pantheon ban. I thought that might be a pick for a good pick for DK. The Pantheon Lilia.
We may see a Camille on 4 Gen G.
Just plays even stronger into their pick. Crazy engage rage.
Works very well, yeah, with this comp. Jax is also available, as is Gnar potentially for that team fighting.
Redacted available as well. Actually, quite a few of these more conventional top laners are still in the pool.
Yeah, well, we're only in game 3. believe it or not. There's potentially the Ahri hovered. That works incredibly well with the Ashe. Probably suggests that we're going towards an AD top laner. It's likely the Gnar, the Camille, Renekton, Jax.
Place still available.
Could, of course, always see the Poppy flex to top, but much less likely.
There we go. I want to see. I want to see Chovy on something. Shoemaker on a bit something a bit silly, because I think on the conventional mids he's looked a bit weak against into Chovy. The Rise definitely is a bit of a silly pick.
Rise into Ahri.
At a range disadvantage though, so not the best lane.
Yeah. I think it's a fairly even lane. Maybe slightly Ahri favored, but
You see the gangplank.
we have seen Siwu on this
Yeah.
before, performed fairly well. But we've also seen
To the
fall short considerably. There's the Gnar pickup. And potentially we see Keen taking the gangplank here.
well to the solo queues. Keen has been playing a lot of gangplank actually.
I, for one, would love to see it picked. I think
Wouldn't be
GP,
surprised.
whenever I see it, so fun to watch. That's one thing.
Yeah, there you go. The global ultimate as well, really adding to
Let's
the
go.
pick. Land an Ashe arrow, put a GP ult on top.
I mean, combines like with Zyra's barbs so well as well. Both barrel and ultimate from GP. Love the setup. It's available in this composition.
Wow, yeah. This is very difficult for DK to walk into, but at the same time, they do have such a powerful combo.
All right, well,
Genji's team fighting so far this series has been absolutely phenomenal. We've seen them both times on Atacon, managing to find those advantages.
yeah. Nah, I'm looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a banger. I think it is going to be a banger. I'm hoping that DK are able to put up a little bit more resistance than what we've seen in the past.
Hopefully we get a more 30-minute game. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for.
Not 3 20-minute stomps. That's not what I'm here for. I mean, I am here for that if that happens, but
We'll see.
I think it's interesting because I think this is something we've been seeing a bit in EU as well. Is that the mechanical teams were really dominating the start of the season,
Yes.
where that meta was still weird and it was
Is that
just
the
lots of
Sky's
team
toast?
fighting. But now the meta teams have kind of caught up and actually worked out how to play macro.
Is
Teams like Genji, Hunlife as well in EU G2.
yeah. I'm sorry that I interrupted your point there because that is you were correct.
worries.
100% correct. I think that was Disguised Toast in the audience. If you guys know who that is.
Might have been, yeah, looked familiar.
Looks so much like him. That's crazy. I don't know what he's
Shouldn't
doing
he be
in
running
Korea.
his NA League team?
He should be.
Isn't this guy be in Brazil?
This guy should be
Actually,
in...
never mind. They're not. His team's on break till April. My bad.
Wait, hold on. Respect on Faker's name. Is that Chovy using Faker's Ari skin? I think it was.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
It'll, I think, be the first time we've actually seen it in game because
It's actually
Faker doesn't use it.
Yeah, Faker does
wins
not
this
use that
series,
shit.
then T1 actually won this series because Faker's influence.
Yeah, where do all the
True,
T1
right, guys?
fans go now, actually? Do they just go a different game or like they're still watching? What do they do?
Valorant maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, whatever Caedrel's supporting, probably.
T1 has so far had the same level of success against Life as Genji and D+. But all three teams
T1 might have been the
fallen
second best team.
Life 3-2. Yeah, it's possible. Man. Crazy
Much
that
as the silly
Longshan
four.
made it further than they did. Considerably further.
Better team, what can I say?
I was shocked we didn't see an Oscar night for the HLE DRX game where they both try to int so they get the
What's
Let's
up?
start going for lane sub.
Yeah.
And Dura being really annoying here. Oh,
Do a quick game timer check. Game timer check, rather. 144, 145, 146. I think I'm behind.
Oh,
147.
I'm way ahead.
You are,
148.
like, yeah.
Well, I'll try catch up to you then.
I'm
I'll
sure
catch up to
too.
you. I'll catch up to you. I'll reload my page.
I'm 157 right now.
Oh
Okay,
my
okay,
goodness,
okay.
I'm 10 seconds
Oh.
ahead of Dan.
I'm
Oh, what
208,
the fuck?
209, 210, 211, 212. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm with you.
213.
Okay.
All right, Pog.
Yeah.
Keen just whiffed a barrel. Didn't whiff that one though. Showmaker lose a bunch of his HP, and what the hell is going on this mid 2v2? Barrel's here to hover. He has Dredgeline available. Flash forward auto attack is the combination that Barrel's just put on display there. And Chovy, in awe of the mechanics, is going to go down to Siwoo there, who it's level 2 on the Gnar.
Barrel flash forward auto. Dredgeline into Chovy. I'm not sure if that was who he was looking for. Maybe looking for Keen.
Canyon! How are we missing those? That would have been a double. Well, potentially a double, but definitely a single.
Yeah, Grasping Vine's not connecting there. Unfortunate for Canyon.
I'm excited. This is good because DK just won at the start of the game.
Well, winning is a strong word. That kill
Lucid is
does
very
go
high
to
on his clear right now.
Does go to Siwoo, but he's now having to match the Ash, which is not pleasant for the Gnar. I think Keen might actually be a little bit happier than Siwoo currently.
Oh dear, Lucid.
Canyon is done with his clear, by the way, and he's just walking into the jungle now to continue full clearing, but this time on Lucid's camps.
He is not, in fact, done with his clear. He's still got two
He's
more
got the enemy
camps.
caps. Yeah. That's going to be a flash invested from Showmaker as he's trying to do all the damage to Canyon that it needs to do. It's not quite going to be enough. Still flash on Zyra. It's an instant flash there. Beautiful reaction time. Duro, unfortunately, doesn't have the same, I don't know, inhuman reaction that Canyon does. So he has to lose his flash and a bunch of his HP. But Canyon, I mean, geez, that was impressive.
And on the top side, Ruler lost his flash to Siwoo. I'm not sure what happened there. Can we see that replay?
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
DK. Bit happier in this game, but obviously still no real advantages generated.
And Lucid is able to go into those level 2 camps just a little bit earlier, so that early loss isn't going to hurt quite as much. At least for XP.
I think those are still his level 1 camps, I'll be honest.
Oh, actually, maybe they are. I'm not sure he showed those.
He had 16 farm.
Might have gone blue straight into that mid play. Oh dear, Lucid, this is not good.
Can we see that play in top that ended in Ruler losing flash?
Rule is currently paying the observers. I don't think he wants to show us that. As Siwoo might be the one in trouble if Ruler continues down that path of aggression, but no.
We'll soon have Mega Gnar. It's going to get some health back here in a moment.
LPL observers would have shown us live.
Yeah, observers would have zoomed in on it.
And then the replay as well.
The power of that Zyra, just taking the Scuttle Crab.
Here we go, it's a little in the bottom there.
The bottom right. Yeah. Siwoo just
Mega Gnar shenanigans.
forward. Oh yeah, and Ruler has to flash that Q.
He
Almost a
totally
solo
was
kill.
paying off the observers. Why did they make it small?
I think Siwoo was 10 years old when Ruler won his first Worlds. His only Worlds.
That is incredible. 2017.
2017. Because I think he's 17 or something now.
It's like something like that.
Don't say
17
that.
or 18.
That's
Well, of course, it was the end of the year, so I don't know when his birthday is.
That is so depressing.
So it might have even been 9 years old if it was
If his birthday is earlier, yeah.
Ooh, my
very end of the year.
goodness gracious me.
By
Duro
shoots.
might not get much older here, though, as Barrel's going to land the
No
hook on him.
flash.
Ignite comes through. Aiming just takes him out.
Much better start for DK here. Much better start.
That's not good, though, as he
say,
flashed from Chovy forwards
Nice.
onto Showmaker, and much better start is the call. Oh, my
Still worth
goodness.
noting that those two
I'm a
kills
real
aren't
caster now
necessarily
because I
real
can
advantage.
curse people.
He's a real caster, that's true. That's the caster curse.
Oh, aiming
Oh
hit
my
6.
goodness, Ruler has no flash because of what happened in aiming. Has just pressed cleanse to alpha the hell out of Ruler, and he's still going to go down 1v1. Would have died to the GPO anyway. What the hell did we just watch?
But Ruler loses that cannon wave. Aiming's so happy with that one.
Yeah, he will be, yeah.
Worth trade, yeah. And I think that's the third kill, no? So that's the feed going over to DK.
That's
It
a
very
good
much
point
is.
as well.
Yep.
3-2 now.
Oh, that Poppy is just so squishy early.
Replay on Chovy managing to get the kill on Showmaker. Doesn't have flash. That's just
Yeah, that rise range disadvantage is Showmaker's really feeling that.
I think you're right as well, Dan. You talked
Yeah,
about it
wow.
in draft. Actually, sorry, I'll talk about it after the solo kill here, because aiming flashes forwards, and look at this. Jesus Christ. See you later, Ruler.
Just because it's a ruler.
I was going to say, you talked about in draft. You're saying Showmaker, I mean, he's been struggling in lane, and it's just so evident right there. Chovy just gapped him.
Yeah.
Not great signs for Doenby later today. Ooh!
Holy
Crystallara.
moly,
Very
Enchanted Crystallara going to
bad.
graze someone's ear.
That
And
was
then-
close.
Fly into a poor person on Rune Terror somewhere off the world.
And Canyon's level 7 to Lucid's level 5. This is rough. Stranglethorn's available. Lucid doesn't get the smite. Canyon takes the cap.
You're right.
And
Level five
Lucid
a
is
little
lower level smite. Canyon has upgraded tier 1 upgrade.
There's a very literal meaning on the word full clear here in Canyon's mind.
Potentially,
These are the power of the Zyra. You clear so much. Even the Frost and the Lilia, and you just, 3
There-
quadrants are yours.
It's
Well-
abusive.
yeah, Lucid also ganked mid at level 2 or level 3. Lucid just hit 6. Do we potentially see one of these junglers full clearing the Drake? Gonna be like this game.
I think it's anyone, it has to be Canyon. I think Lucid's just a little too behind right now still.
Yeah, we'll get back into the game later as Lilia's clear does get to the point where it's faster than Zyra's, but in this early game, it's just very difficult to play.
I want you to look at the gold leads in mid jungle right now. How insane is that? We're 8 minutes in the game.
I want you to look at Gen G dropping this top wave. Keen's going to reset and TP. But they're moving down for Dragon. They're bringing their ADC down. Rulers and Enchanted Crystallara are coming back in 4 seconds.
We got to
The
take
grub's
the
up in a
dragon.
minute. I wonder if this is the right decision.
Gen G got to
Gen
take
G
the dragon, man.
Already.
Yeah. He's not done full clearing until there's actually nothing left on the map, Canyon. As ruling out, going to trade with Siwu in the bot side. Force him to use Mega to escape.
Gen G won't want to give away all 3 of these grubs because it will guarantee Void Mites. So we expect to see Canyon coming across here and hopefully taking just 1 from under Lucid's nose. I don't think that they're going to rotate Ruler back up in time.
With the Smite, it's very easy to take just 1 of the 3 in a contest.
Yeah.
Original Barrel is also in bot lane with Siwu.
Ruler going to get a plate or 2 there.
Do you think that Canyon, Dan, do you think that Canyon is so much stronger than Lucid that maybe it's even hard for DK to contest grubs in the first place?
Possibly. Lily is very good at taking them, of course, but this is still 2 levels, right? This is a very strong Zyra against a not very strong Lilia.
They're bringing
They're
Amy.
heading bot lane, so maybe they are just going to give him, although Lucy is now following. Maybe Kanye's just saying, take the grubs, but then your bot camps are all mine.
That's the real objective.
Oh, Showmaker.
Maker.
No.
In a lot of
No, the
trouble.
Bob's going to land again. There's the charm. There's the Zyra ultimate. He actually flashes there as Lucid can land a massive lilting lullaby. It's not the lullaby you want to hear if you're Canyon is finally, I think he's going to get full cleared. Lucid saying, how about that? Enjoy that kill, my friend. Back to the shopkeeper with you. I'm going to take the
Yes,
grubs.
ahead. Ooh, Dura just sidestepping the dredge line there. Very well done by Lucid. Follows up Showmaker, kind of instant a bit there, but it's a bait. It's a bait.
Lucy does now likely get all 3 of these grubs. The XP of which is also going to feel really nice for him. Maybe get him back in the game a little.
He is still 40 CS behind Canyon. He's too low. He's going to need to take that honey fruit.
Oh, God. Is he going to die to these? Don't tell me he dies to these. We've seen too many people die to the bloody WoW mechanics of objectives this game. Oh, sorry, this this split. That's annoying for Chovy.
Oh,
I'm not sure if he could flash there, but maybe just been caught napping a little bit. Yeah, he did, but then he just flashes in. And that aiming ult is just a little too far out, because I don't think it procs the Lily asleep, so you can ult while they're asleep. But just
Yeah.
a little too early on it.
Hold
I
on
think
a
just
second.
too far back, yeah.
I think we see a dive
He is
coming through
the
here.
Rise
There's a
ultimate.
Rise ultimate under tower. Keen might be in a lot of trouble, has an orange, and it might all be K. Has used the orange to great effect there, has an ignite ticking on his head. But Showmaker, I mean, he's too good with that. You can't dodge away from those abilities. As Chovy's here as well, but Charm going to go extraordinarily wide. Canyon as well, hovering as the flash forward from aiming. Going to take out Chovy. Now the arrow going to graze his own jungler. Rule up. Aim a little bit off there. not winning any archery competitions anytime soon. Seen 2 hours this game, and both of them have flown into houses in nearby provinces. As Siwoo now might be in trouble. Here's the E forward from Duro. Has that W to stop him from running away, and he just goes down to Ruler.
The Keen TP top. Aiming got about 3 plates on that top tower there.
Yeah, this 4Grub's doing a lot of work now.
Yeah. Aiming has missed 1 kill for his team this entire series. He's been absent for 1 kill. Did Beryl deny Keen's
Twice. He did it twice.
Like
He did it twice.
Yeah.
Very cleanly played dive.
Beryl playing Minecraft. Chovy's charm goes so wide here. Aiming, nice sidestep. Beryl doesn't quite die. That's so unfortunate for Gen G.
We see Ruler getting a little bit of revenge on Siwoo for that almost solo kill at the beginning.
Yeah, the embarrassing thing that he didn't
Plays
want
very
us
well
to
with
see.
the flash to avoid the Poppy W, but Ash is just too sticky.
It's about as good as you can play it, yeah. It's now bot tower's gonna go down to Gen G. And I was gonna say, you can put aiming on an MF duty, but it doesn't stop him from putting Gen G in his sights and still 1v9ing it. So much damage being done by him this game. 3-1 on the MF.
And on both sides of the map, one team's tower is on 1 plate. They're both getting so low.
Goodness gracious
Showmaker
me. This
potentially
trade in
probably
mid has got to be so bad for Showmaker. No, is the charm going to land? Lilting Lullaby available to be used, which is the only reason Chovy doesn't send that Spirit Rush and try to take out that solo kill. The bot tower going to be prized away from DK.
And there it is. That's 1 feat. And so it's all going to come down to objectives this game. Obviously, with DK getting all 3 of those second set of grubs, they've got 1 progress on that, and Gen G have the same with that Hextech Drake.
That definitely does make the second Drake a bit more interesting with objective. I wonder if Gen G gets it again. They do, it's probably going to be like Cloud Soul. Milton Soul again.
Cloud's
Definitely like Hextech Soul.
I'd worry if it was DK about Gen G getting Cloud Soul here.
Hey, does anyone know what Zyra Ultimate's called?
Zyra?
Something Thorns.
Stranglethorns? Is it? Okay.
Stranglethorns, is that it?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Drop
cool.
Roots E.
Okay.
There's the Q, which is something.
I thought the E was Stranglethorns.
Ankle
but
grabbers. That's the key.
Makes sense.
No, E is Grasping Roots.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Canyon's gonna take this Drake.
So
It'll
fast.
be nice. Soul will be.
God, Zyra.
Still the Mountain Soul, still the Cloud Soul. Chemtech's obviously low prio, and I don't think that Gen G will be looking for Ocean. It's gonna be Cloud.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's
Gen
the
G's
best
luck
one.
on these Drake stacking rolls is insane.
Yeah, that's gotta feel bad if you're DK right now. I mean, it's nice on you as well. Like, you want it off Rise Ultimate. Nah loves it. MF, I mean, I can't use it, but Gen G, they're looking at that. Particularly Chovy, and he's salivating.
30 seconds now to that Herald. Showmaker getting a very good trade on Keen there, denying so many barrels. Keen's gonna have to back no TP. Are Gen G giving another Herald?
Well, I think they can afford to. DK kill up, but 2k gold behind.
Yeah, and that's all in towers as well. As we saw, as 14 minutes ticked over, we saw 1,000 to 500 gold. What's the difference in plates?
Yeah, DK
Beryl?
losing a load of control again. Ooh.
Hold on a second.
quite
The
right.
dredge line goes
Wonderful
out.
this-
Barely gonna miss Juro's ankles. Yearning to grab the little yordle there, as most of us are. I'm not speaking for myself. I'm speaking for other people.
Hey, yo, what?
Anyway, in game.
Sorry, come again there.
All good. I was speaking for the average
okay.
man, not myself. But now Herald going to be started up.
Ruler gonna get vision of that with his E. Enchantress Lara is available. Lucid could be in trouble if he starts this.
Ew has just popped Mega, so he will not have that for this fight if he TP's over.
Wonder if Beryl's going to grab the yordle this time. How's his Q? Who's the target he thinks you want to... Sorry, you think you want to connect with, if you are Beryl here?
You have to take Canyon, I think.
Canyon, yeah. I think if those Stranglethorns go off, it's so difficult to play. Flash from Beryl
Whoa!
with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
Okay, you guys are a bit ahead of me. Can you pause and press play quickly? As there's the... Oh my goodness, Dredgeline going to go through. Keeper's Verdict going to send the Nautilus straight back out of the action. The second he engages, Showmaker force flash over the wall. Chovy with a Spirit Rush going to chase him, but only finds a corpse as the Zyra damage does too much and keeps him in the ground. As Beryl tries to land another hook to re-engage on Chovy, but instead he's going to be the target. There's the Dredgeline fucking shit. What's the Nautilus ultimate called? It doesn't matter. As the Lilia damage is going to be so big. Ruler's just gliding on aiming here. Aiming takes him out with one bullet to the head. Keen flashes forward. Not going to be enough to finish him off. Barely misses with the barrel. Nautilus ultimate is called.
Siwoo tried to salvage that fight, got Chovy in the end.
What's it called? Depth charge. Fuck me.
Depth charge, yeah.
I need flashcards.
We're saying Zyra's the main target, but Gangplank's not a bad one either.
So well to get a few seconds of that ultimate off. It's so difficult to play into this Gen G comp.
Euro zones him beautifully.
Yeah. And then Beryl's re-engage here is very optimistic. Very lucky not to be hit by the charm. The TP comes in from Siwoo. That's obviously what they're looking for, but Chovy lives for so long here, just using that vision very nicely.
You do manage to make it a 2 for 3. But DK once again back to trading down every time.
Yeah, Showmaker's not having a great series. 1-4 right now. Had pretty abysmal performances on the Galio in particular.
Yeah, and as much as it's...
You gotta ask what's happened.
Yeah.
Because Lucid Showmaker was really probably the best mid jungle in the world for much of the regular season in quotes. But they seem to be absolutely missing against Chovy Canyon now.
Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Dura sends him into the wall. Straight into an enchanted crystal arrow. It's deer hunting season and Ruler's the guy with the rifle. But Dura's the one to go down as finally the Nautilus hook connects with his little victim. And the Yordle corpse sinks into the ground.
Beautiful bullet time. When there's not that follow-up, when there's not that engage that you can pick aiming with, he's free to hit that that first target. On the other side of the map, Showmaker finally takes that bot tier 1.
His Rise is showing its silencing power, especially into the Gangplank. Managed has taken both these tier 1 towers. Consistently getting push.
Siwoo. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble here, I think, as Chovy has the Spirit Rush. He's going to eat into death there. The Stranglethorn's not going to find value, but he's going to catch him with the little ankle graspers. And he goes down. Zyra collects the kill with Chovy at his side.
Chovy's probably going to get the tier 1 as well.
He's been playing these escapes well, but just too much. Thought he was gone away for a second here. We're going back to the replay. It's a good pick up to Lucid, but just the whole team is here, and this. Oh, I thought Lucid was going to die to the Ash W there, but not quite.
Yeah, don't get quite enough damage, and I think Canyon's a bit doesn't invest the ult. Maybe a bit too cautious there.
I don't miss a beat, this Gen G team. The second you find one pick in the jungle, they're immediately trading it back on the top side.
Here's the TP invested for this Drake. It'll be soul point if they can get it.
Yeah, we take a look at the resources in this fight. I mean, there's 2 big ults missing from Gen G because of that play they did on the top side, and it's the Ahri and the Zyra. 8 seconds left till those Stranglethorns, and Gen G, they want to buy time for Canyon to be able to cook here, as Lilting Lullaby could be used on Chovy any second, but Lucid, he wants more than that. It's going to have to be a massive Lily ultimate if they want to win this fight. It doesn't look like the engage is going to happen yet.
MFO has just come back off cooldown.
Yes, exactly. It's just expired, and he's going to be trying to build that back up, but
very bad for the conditions of DK. Is the hook going to go wide yet again? This Yordle, she's so slippery and she keeps dodging, although there's the cannon barrage and it might find Beryl. He tries to play Minecraft. He actually succeeds yet again, destroys that barrel in its tracks. But GP still collects the kill. Debt collector, and he collects it in the end. 1,700 damage done in that fight by himself. It's a ridiculous amount. Where the hell is Chovy? Charm going to go very wide. Doesn't look like it's done yet. Getting slammed into the wall. Is this Mega Naris? The Stranglethorn's going to come through. Maybe he goes down. Maybe he doesn't. I don't think it matters because either way, Gen G are going to get what they want. He does, in fact, die. But the mid tower is the real prize here for Gen G. And Chovy on the sideline has the Spirit Rush, charms out Lilia, Lilting Lullaby used on just the Gangplank, doesn't cleanse it though, as Showmaker now wants to find Ruler, forces out the cleanse with his W, his aiming might be the target here for Chovy, but he wants more, he wants Showmaker and Lucid, is the charm gonna land? Second charge of Spirit Rush is enough to finish off the kill as Ruler finds aiming, he's gonna go down to Dura's dive. It's a big play for Gen G.
And really, all Genji invested there was the TP from Chovy, Ruler's Cleanse, and Duro's Ignite. And on the other side, DK lose so much. They lose 4 members in that fight. Lucid, I think, is the only one to walk away there. Beryl goes down immediately. Fantastic Enchanter Crystallaro and Gangplank ult combo. Beryl's Minecraft
Really
skill,
love this.
fantastic.
Duro charges the Poppy ult, but just realizes, wait, we could just kill Beryl. Why send him away?
A helicopter.
Keep him in.
Almost survives here, but Ruler's W connects him just in time. He walks back around the tower. I don't think this is the correct path. Just a bit unlucky there. Canyon.
CC layer on Seaweed this game is brutal.
Yeah.
As a live, we see Otacon go down for Genji now.
Ruler immediately cleanses that EW from Showmaker. And then look at this. Chovy auto attack, and it's the electrocute that cleans him up.
Oh.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that people love about Genji. It's just how
so well.
Yeah. It's how well they play the team fights, man. It's their bread and butter. Sure, they've got the macro. When it comes down to it, just seemed right-clicking around the map. They're so damn good.
And in that replay, Atacon was taken. 1 minute 45 seconds left on that. Chovy potentially going to get picked here. No, DK just back away.
DK's back in this bad situation where you have to ask themselves, how do we win this game?
Duro's coming around.
It's a slightly easier exam question than it was in game 2, but still not the type I'd want to see. Is now Siwoo. I think he's just dead, no? Knocked up with the keeper's verdict, sent straight back down into the ground. He tries to bounce away. And Poppy says, none of that business. Down you go. And he goes exactly there.
And Duro is going to be able to zone all the members of DK back into their base. That's the top tier 2 going down. Chovy's got his eyes on the mid tier 2. Ruler's going to go down.
Goodness gracious me, so much damage onto Ruler there. The bullet time, putting bullets in his brain. And down he goes. Mid tower going to be the trade for Genji, but they can't even do that because DK, a little bit too fast to react.
That is just the Atacon for Ruler. Chovy potentially going to get that mid tier 2.
Ooh, Dredge line going to land. Sorry, he missed, but the E going to land from Lilia. He walks it off, Chovy.
And on that back, Ruler was able to buy his Bloodthirster. So he is somehow stronger than Aiming, who has 6 kills.
Well, Ruler has 7.
And many towers under his belt. Aiming's probably going to reset for his 3rd item about now, but he has to stay mid to hopefully try and clear that wave.
It's a small lifeline for DK in that the main target you want to kill at this point. I mean, there's 4 main targets you want to kill, but one of the 4 main targets you want to kill, if it was a Hitman mission, does not have the Atacon buff, but it's not going to matter if they make an engage like this. Genji, the Spirit Rush comes through, Stranglethorn's going to take out Lucid, and the RA damage going to finish off Beryl, as 5 members of DK suddenly turns into 3, right as Baron spawns.
That is brutal. That is not where you want to get picked and not when you want to get picked. Mid tier 2 going to be dropped as well. And Genji are just winning all around the map. Duro is hunting Siwoo.
That's not the prey you necessarily want. I've heard it gets big when it gets angry.
And 28 seconds to Dragon as this Baron buff goes down. They're potentially going to get Soul as well here. Lucid will still be walking back out on the map.
It's crazy that Genji, they missed all their engage tools.
Stuff doesn't even have to land. It just... the damage just comes.
Yeah.
10 seconds. All of DK walking. Showmaker's a bit slower here.
This is
And if Genji set up in that river, Canyon is going to do so much to keep DK zoned out. Siwoo's about to hit Mega here. This is not the time you want it. You really need to be holding up for about 30 seconds when this fight breaks out. Maybe needs to find Ruler immediately.
Flash. Siwoo has flash. He can maybe find an engage on Ruler here, send him into Aiming. Ruler has to flash away, respects the fact that Siwoo can find it. Look at the left side of the map there. Duro and Lucid having a 1v1 as Chovy Spirit rushes in and takes out the Gnar. Finally, Canyon Flash Zone is in the backline, forces out Aiming's flash. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to go extremely wide now. Chovy, fake Arari skin, finding the damage onto Showmaker, who goes golden, trying to make some time for Aiming to do it all. But there's nothing left to do as Aiming becomes a body in the ground and 4 members of DK just fall over.
That's going to be Keen TP mid. He's going to take the inhibitor tower there. As the rest of Genji walk to join him, I think it's over.
I think it is as well. It's off the back of...
Win.
Yeah.
Genji has not won a game in less than 28 minutes. I mean, in more than 28 minutes. Sorry.
It's off the back of brilliance in that last team fight. Chovy, the one to find so much damage. The engage on the left side from Duro takes Lucid out of the picture. And yet again, Genji, they're unstoppable. They're looking like that team of old, the golden team, potentially being able to take the golden road this year. It might be the year for them. And this is definitely one step on that path.
Brutal 3-0 there. Absolutely beautifully played by Genji.
My goodness. Well, next series starts at 9.
Which is the next series?
I think it's LPL.
Well, there's JGTT now.
Oh, is
And
that?
there'll be AL NIP.
That was earlier
in a little while.
Isn't it?
I will do JDG.
No, it's 1-1 right now.
Let me look. What's the game?
It's 1-1 right now.
Wait, fire it up, boys.
JGTT.
Fire it up,
1-1.
fire it up.
Oh my goodness.
Are you good for this? We good? Is this okay?
It is currently 1-1 in this best of 5.
Fire it up.
I don't know what picks were taken already.
Talk to me about the draft. Let's hear it.
Well, on the one side,
I'm watching it like
Jace.
second monitor.
You've got
What else people's
on
timers?
one side.
Oh yeah, let's do
Jace
timers. Sorry,
versus
135,
Diego.
136, 137, 138, 139,
30?
140, 141, 142.
What are you watching on? Is that Twitch?
No. It's LPL English on YouTube.
Yes. Okay, 156.
1080C, what the fuck?
154, 155.
I have not
We'll get
seen
to it in a
this in a
second.
while.
156, 157, 158, 159. We all good? 160, 201, 22, 203, 204, 205.
Okay, in line with you.
Oh, wait.
As you were saying, Dan, center ADC, what the fuck? And there's going to be a dive coming through on top of the center.
On missing, he is potentially in trouble here.
I think he's
I haven't seen.
a lot more than potential trouble. His sound cue fully charged, slammed down into the ground, and Ornn follows with the axe.
A while since I've seen Senna on bot lane.
Because they got it center AC a little while back. Even with the fasting center.
Yeah, even with
Still not
the
playing this. This
Black-
is apparently, according to Gold, this is a world first. Senna. Season 15.
Really?
Yep.
hasn't been working out so far.
No.
Thundertalk playing a very similar draft to what we just saw from DK.
Yeah, taking the Zyra for themselves though.
That's true, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta
Hey, he's going
change.
for the dive again.
Oh shit,
Maybe
that
it's
redive.
these.
Yeah, I gotta change the title of the stream, but hold on, there's a redive coming through as TT. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same play coming through. Sound cue yet again. Gonna follow into the ground, and Ornn gonna follow the trajectory of the axe yet again. The second the axe drops, so does he.
Shun walking down, probably not going to find anything. That's Missing's TP. Finally invested. Shun could be in trouble if he stays for too long here. He doesn't have smite.
It's a 4-man rollout up the river.
He's going to walk up. 1xn's back gets stopped there. That's really nice, but on the bot side, 3 tower plates taken for Thundertalk. Only 1 answered back by Ale in top lane. On only 2, sorry, now. As we're going to see the lane swap coming out. 1xn initially opted for the pickaxe, swapped that
goodness.
for the...
Oh, yeah. Sending him Skyborn.
Shun going to try to steal away a couple of camps here. Hard to do from the Zyra, but...
This is actually this was actually the LPL draw that I think is the most fun. The TT JDG and the NIP AL.
Yeah.
At least for the top side. Just because I think if TT could walk over BLG early, and BLG had to clutch up late game to win 2 games. What's JDG gonna do? Because I think this team JDG's looked a bit shaky in these early games. I think they've really had to just rely on the fact that Pays and Scout are very mechanically good once you hit the mid game. So let's see. Because I think TT genuinely can. I mean, they've already taken the game, and they seem to be doing it now, I think JDG should really start to worry that TT is just going to keep walking all over them early.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it when it happened, but -1. Hoya missed the cannon there.
Zoro's being kind
Yeah, I
today.
thought he got it with his W.
Oh, did he? I'm a
so.
stupid caster. I know nothing. I'm sorry. I would like to apologize to Hoya for slandering his name.
Daytop gonna hit 6.
The dragon has spawned.
right.
Grub's going to be up in 20 seconds. And we see, I mean, this is much more reminiscent of what we expect from LCK. Look at the top side.
Yes, both bot lanes now up here for the Grubs fight. And Drake given absolutely no priority. Scout's in trouble. Gonna be the... What is the Hui ult called?
Spiraling Despair. It's going to land
Spiraling
on his
Despair?
face.
Spiraling Despair.
QW could follow if he wants to do a little bit more damage. As Holden a second. Missing's been caught out for the 3rd time this game and forced to flash away, but Satab almost in simultaneous motion with Missing, flashing over the wall as well. So now Beichuan and Feather going to start up the Grubs.
Not entirely sure what Satab was doing there. He knew Scout was there, saw Pays walking forward in W, potentially thought it was only Pays, didn't see the
Did he just take the Drake now?
Missing and Scout in that shroud. Still 3 Grubs over to Thunder Talk.
Very happy with that, with the Scion in the side lane.
Yeah, Sion not having too
Be a
much
real
fun
issue.
at the moment is probably going to be Dove here.
And it's a lot of damage coming out from Ali
I'd
there.
have vision of him.
They don't have the wave. Yeah, Ollie has to clear this quick, cannot clear it quick enough.
I think Shun didn't get vision of Hoya there. Didn't want to invest the Heartbreaker. Still, Dragon not taken. Jin just on reset, gonna start clearing his camps again.
Yeah. I wonder how long. Place your bets, gentlemen. When is this dragon dying?
Can I just say, JDG doing a fantastic job of forcing Hoya to match Ali. They're reading the lane swap every time Thunder Talk go for it.
Are we saying
That's
over or under 15 minutes on Ocean Drake dying? Over or under 15 minutes?
Over.
Over. Okay.
I'll take the under. I'll take the under.
Okay, okay.
I think this is LPL. We see a Herald fight before we see any dragon priority.
Potentially.
I hope not.
The thing is, I don't know when the breakpoints for Senna are. Ooh,
Oh my goodness.
we just go away from a little bot
I
fight?
assume it's Black Cleaver. It would
Must
make
be.
sense if Pays was building that. Never mind, I may be getting proven wrong
Let's
here.
go.
Wait.
Beijing gonna start that up. Shouldn't have
Wait.
better answer.
No way. Dan. Congratulations. You
Thank
win
you kindly.
an uncontested Drake for TT, and that's it. That's what we get. That's the game state.
On the DPM, this was a very hard one to pick, but I actually went with TT in the end.
I would agree with that.
I think that was the right decision.
Yeah, I would agree.
Currently, 2 kills, 2 objectives to Thunder Talk. They are so close to securing those feats of strength. And they're about to get this bot tier 1.
First tower, yeah.
If Missing and Pays make a mistake here, that could be feats going over immediately. Missing was rooted up.
Ooh, there's the Q landing. Dredgeline going to find his way
Corey.
into Missing, who might be kicked yet again. Call the Forge God coming through, but he's going to get knocked up by the Stranglethorns before he can reactivate it. There's a TP coming through from Scout at the same time, but JDG need to disengage this. Flash forward, auto attack from Feather to make sure it doesn't happen as Shun goes down. Satab Spiraling Despair lands on Scout. There might be more damage coming through from XN, but he doesn't have the bullet time to follow up on the Spiraling Despair slow, and the fight's going to be disengaged.
That's going to be the TP for Missing. I need to check what your timer is. I think you're about 5-10 seconds behind me somehow.
9:48, 9:49, 9:50, 9:51, 9:52, 9:53, 9:54.
Wonderful. Cool.
Okay, I'm going to go as well.
Satab TP'd in there. The Interesting to see that the Grim Visage went very wide. Here we see Feather managing to get that auto attack on missing as he ease out. Does get rooted up, and there's no turn. Beichon, great flash. Good bullet time to force the disengage there.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing why this is the first center pick anywhere. I think I'd rather have a cannon minion than this champion.
It's definitely worth
He's not
letting
even
go.
tickling them. Like,
Yeah, at least when the cannon minion dies, it doesn't
Light
give 300
breeze.
gold. It's full bloodthirster now for 1xn, 3-0 on the MF.
this guy's a beast.
Yeah.
I think this is a fun ADC matchup because Pays is, the golden boy, mechanical crazy ADC, but he's been handed everything on a silver platter. Straight into Genji.
Yeah.
But 1xn, like, I think this guy's crazy, but he's been in the trenches. He's been in the trenches of the LPL playing on shitty ass Thunder Talk, but finally is earning his flowers.
Gonna be Grubs and feats of strength handed over to Thunder Talk.
And it's got to be satisfying for him in this game as well to just be crushing Pays this
Sure,
hard.
exactly.
Gal potentially
This guy was winning LCKs, like,
Welcome to the LPL, my friend. It's different over here. Over here, we don't take
JDG.
Drake.
More people to top. Hang on a minute.
Wait, what's going on in this race? Oh my goodness, you see that shock blast damage on Satab and Beichuan right there. I think Rise is going to win the race, no? When the next wave crashes, that's when Scout's going to get the wave in, but I think JDG, they're going to stop the top tower from falling.
Grubs.
This is feats of
There's a
strength right
TP.
here. Oh no, wait, never mind, they're already over as Beichuan going to be caught out by Shun. TT already have feats of strength, I take it back. Hoya, TP's into the fray. He's going to get knocked against the wall. Maybe this time the Ornult not going to get cancelled. Instead, going to find some value there. 2 knockups to boot. But nothing really to follow up from it. As Arle's Shock Blast going to, I don't know, find its way through the middle of all the members of Thunder Talk. Not exactly what he's sending those, but it's all good.
Beitron the only one to go down there. Thunder Talk do get the first tower, but as you said, they already had the feats of strength from the Grubs and from that play in bot. Gold's a bit misleading here because, of course, the center is fasting, so the 2,000 gold lead on 1xn doesn't give you the full picture,
Not
but
very real.
Missing doesn't have the gold lead you really expect since he's farming and Feather
No.
is not.
Yeah. The other thing is that because it's fasting center, right, you'd expect Missing to be ridiculously strong, but because of the way that Thunder Talk have played, he's just not.
He's 0-3, is what he is. He's running Unsealed Spellbook. I didn't realize. He's got Exhaust now.
Ooh.
Switched over from Teleport. Yeah,
Who's
he is. There it
exhausting?
is.
For a while, I had a Mandela effect that I thought it was removed, and then I realized Unsealed Spellbook is still in the game. But just never uses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pay's only on 32 stacks right now.
Hoya might be in trouble. Ollie's on top of him. It's a level 8
Pretty
Scion,
true.
actually.
Whoa.
Hold on, this
Yeah.
top gold lead is not insignificant. It's 66 farm on the Scion. Baus is vomiting and throwing up and crying. There's 2 of the same things and 1 different thing there. You can't vomit and throw up at the same time. Actually, you can. It's like, you know what, I'm yapping. But whatever, the point is...
Maybe you always do.
Yeah, that's true. The point is that Hoya has 66 CS at 13 minutes, and that is not 10 CS a minute as Shun going to find an engage on Satab, force out the Spiraling Despair. So much damage, amazing flash, and a sidestep to boot there for Satab, taking Shun to the absolute doghouse, saying, don't come out, my friend. But there's a sidestep of his own Shun, and his teammates there. No, never mind, it's Feather.
Wow.
Feather on the team of Thunder Talk. Gorgeous from Satab.
Hey Tab, what an outplay there. Sidesteps the W after flashing the ultimate. Did not have any margin for error there. Thundertalk going to take a second dragon before 15 minutes. I am losing this bet very badly. As never mind. Ultimate's
We
going
got
to be
2 wars
invested
now?
by JDG.
Should have known better than to bet against Dan. He's the DPM lol master, but speaking of betting, this
But
bet
what
doesn't
I
look
said-
very good for Dan anymore. I don't think his DPM lol is going to hold up this game. As Thunder Talk, that engage doesn't look too good for them. Take it back.
1xn gets a full,
Yep. Still got the
full of
Drake.
time.
Okay, yeah, I think you are dropping
Ooh.
behind very often because I think I'm I think I'm good for the head again.
This is weird.
I think
I'll do some pausing.
lagging
I'll do some
a bit.
pausing.
Okay, wait. I'll read out my timer. I'll 2 times it. I'm 14, 47, 48, 49,
Oh wait, now I'm behind.
50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I don't know why it does. I think my internet's just like a bit
I'm good.
sus.
Okay, we're back in replay.
Yes.
I mean, Satab, this guy's had such a glow up coming to the LPL. This is
Oh
not
my
the player that we saw in LCK last year.
Dude.
But that what a time flash,
Dude,
the side
dude.
step, that is insane. That's like
massive
pixels.
side
That's
step there.
individual pixels.
Oh, I mean, he misses
Misses
the
the
cue,
cue,
but
but
it's
doesn't
already
even
done at
matter.
that point.
He's done. The work is done. The work is done.
God damn.
Yeah, the Rise ultimate, followed up by
Locked on the Zyra so well.
Torch God. But there's nothing on 1xn, and he will take
Yeah,
out
that's it.
Missing.
Wow, Feather played that
Scout is already so
exceptionally.
low.
JDG will back away.
Hold on a second. Might be another fight here going on in mid. Don't think it
Also,
will
worth
be,
noting
though.
they did force out Paze's flash at the end of that last play. Dredge line.
Hmm.
You had to get flashed there.
We did see how much value that call the Forge God has in the fight. So I don't think JDG eager to take a fight without it. They're going to steal away that red buff on the top side. Now Herald is spawned, although Feather going to land a Dredge line on Missing there, who's immediately locked up by the Stranglethorns, tries to E out of it. But that Searing Charge is just going to send him to his death. It's the QW from Hui, not even going to be needed to finish off that
Where
Orn.
is Scout?
I don't know where Scout
Scout's in
is.
trouble. Doesn't have the Realm Warp.
Thunder Talk know where Scout is, though, as the Scion ult going to be blast coned away from. Herald going to be started up. It's a 5v4 situation. Scout's on flank, though, so maybe his weird positioning might be able to get something done here. No call, the Forge God. TP on Missing now, swap 2.
No Realm Warp. They can't even get vision of this Herald. The Shock Blast's not going to find any value.
2,000
And
HP
they're
left.
just going to get zoned out. Scout's now in trouble.
Yeah, down it goes. The turn on
Oh!
Scout here.
There's
There's the
that
flash
forward.
forward and the depth charge landing on Scout. He's locked up. He's hooked. But the call of the Forge God going to make sure that no damage comes through from Thunder Talk when Scout gets hooked up. Searing Charge now going to lock up Satab as the Q is interrupted from Jace by some damage from the Scion there. Bullet time going to be stopped by Scout in its tracks, making sure that Satab can be finished off by the remaining members of JDG, and Thunder Talk are falling to pieces.
Scout, fantastically well played. Manages to buy just enough time for his entire team to arrive there. Jun gets back, gets a reset. Nautilus locks down Satab. 1xn does so well to dodge so much of Scout's damage. Dodged about 2 Qs there, but the Realm Warp behind him, he was already in so much trouble. And now JDG have a gold lead. How is that possible?
Good
Yeah.
fighting.
They think they've got a great pick on Scout here, but Missing gets here just in
Looks
time.
good, but
Good one will
1xn
send it through.
Yeah.
Oh, and the knock up on Satab as well. Viego resets and it's just gone.
Satab would
I
have
thought
died.
this was a
even
very
faster.
nice MF ult, but you're just not able to hold it long enough. Scout just gets right on top of it, and JDG can walk into the choke.
Yeah.
Sidestep, cleanse, sidestep, but Scout's not taking the tower, so it's fine.
Yeah, he just sits there and point and clicks him to death. I was going to say Satab would have died even faster, but Arle's Q on Hammerform got interrupted by Hoya holding the sound Q off vision. Stopped him midair.
Yeah, Hoya
You'd be
has
good with those Qs.
He has, yeah. Not been so good with the
Hoya
farm.
is level 9 to Arle's level
No,
12.
nothing else.
Yeah. Herald.
Yeah,
oh,
there's a
he's-
3-level gap in top and not much else around the map. Notable 2,800 gold lead for Arle.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like Missing and Ale, Hoya rather, are sort of the equivalent. Missing is the top laner and Hoya is the top laner. What does that make Ale?
I guess he's 1xn.
Because he is a fucking beast.
Yeah, he's just not part of the game, I guess. He's out of this world.
1xn's gold lead is a bit fake.
Oh!
Hold
That's
on
the
a
thing.
second. What the hell? Bluetooth dredge line, but in the opposite direction is the flash forward from Mything. That's an amazing Orn ultimate, followed up beautifully by JDG. First reset for Shun, second reset for Shun. He wants even more. This could be a pentakill for the Viego. Why does he leave, man? What a boring little man. That could have been so many kills. JDG playing it disciplined. Come on, dive this tower. Let's see it. Scout wants it, that's for sure. He's posturing around the backside. Hoya with nothing to do. Clears the wave, and Satab and Hoya are going to make their way out. Boring from JDG, but still productive.
Clinical. 3,500 gold lead now. And they're going to deny this soul stacking condition.
3 Drakes by 20. What's my prize, guys? Come on.
Game 4.
True.
We were going to game 4 either way, but
That's true. That is true. Sooner, game 4. that's what you get.
Game 4, yeah.
well, potentially not. Thundertalk looked to be winning this one, but
Here, I want to see this
that
charge
being
line.
on the row.
I was certain that hit.
I mean, it's just Bluetooth.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it must be the high ground, low ground. I think it was just on the river. So he just missed slightly. And yeah, what a wombo combo there.
Oh my god. I thought they were all dead here, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bayshon didn't die. But now we see them taking the Otacon. They have good vision control of that tri-bush.
That's all you need, actually.
Seems like such a
Zara
bait.
does so much damage to it.
Available.
Oh, hold on a
that's
second.
a
They've baited Shun into the engage there. Stranglethorn's going to lock him up, and the bullet time going to take him down before he can get out of it with the Heartbreaker, and he goes down. Thundertalk, what have you just pulled over JDG?
Cut was seen on mid. He doesn't have Realm Warp, can't get in there. Shun's just baited into the bush and immediately taken out. Fantastic bullet time, great follow-up, good lockdown.
Dude,
Thundertalk now going to siege this tier 2 bot.
They just started Adcon 5v5 and got it, by the way. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
This is LPL gaming.
Look at the win viz.
Wow, okay.
I'm assuming that's win
Lost
viz.
team fight into Otacon. True combo.
Still, 2 minutes on Atacon, 3 minutes and 20 seconds till both the Dragon and the Baron spawn.
Most useful
It's
Pays moment just then, by the
out.
way. See that dawning shadow.
Interrupts 0 weak goals.
Anyway, as you're saying, Robert.
Yeah, 3 minutes to the next 2 objective, both Baron and Dragon spawning at the same exact time. Only 1 minute 30 left on Atacon, though.
Yeah, let's see
Not
how they get value out of this.
Yeah, they did get the tier 2 bot already, but that was an answer for the tier 1 mid. So they're gonna need to find something to siege. Some way to kick off a team fight.
They might just have to be happy that the fact that they didn't manage to deny it from JDG, rather than doing something with it themselves.
Possibly, yeah.
Although this is LPL, so fights will break down for any reason.
That's for sure. And they have the tools to start one. Scion Ultimate. I mean, it's not the most deft tool. You know, not the most precise of engages. But it does the trick if you want to start a
Here's
fight.
Realm Warp.
Hold on a
JDG just
second.
won it.
There is a Ram Warp. There's a Ram charging towards that 1xn. Ram Warp isn't followed through on, but it doesn't need to be. His Scout just one-shots 1xn almost disdainfully. It's a big spiraling despair, but no damage to follow up on it. No bullet time because that guy's currently a corpse withering in the Nexus Fountain. Scout doing so much damage here. It's amazing.
Feather's gonna go down.
Hold on a second. Jun might get a... Oh, no. There's no resets, is there? For Maticon. Disgusting broken OP buff.
If you say so.
Does now get some time on this
Mid,
tier
but
3.
Warriors get, yeah, some time alone. He's trying to catch up to the farm diff, about 90 gold, 90 CS. The difference in
Bit
top
more than
lane
90
right now.
gold.
Yeah, but there must be the Flame Horizon at some point.
Yeah. Someone needs to teach him Balson's lore. He's 1-0, but he's not farming. Does he know about the sound passive?
I don't think so. He hasn't found out just yet.
He hasn't experimented with it.
A few times, no?
We'll see if he figures it out in this game.
Sing gonna get charged at.
Ooh, there's the engage, as I was talking about. He doesn't even charge all the way into missing, doesn't want to commit all the way, knows his team can't follow up on him, and it's actually a fair enough decision. Ornn can just W it. And it would have been bad for Hoya had he continued that. The Sound Ultimate is invested for no value.
In the meantime, Ale shoved a wave in mid. And this is going to give JDG the time to set up vision for these objectives, spawning in 45 seconds now. And it makes it harder for Thundertalk to repeat what they did to Jun in that bot Tribush.
If Thundertalk start
Yeah, we
Baron
see Mr.
5v5 and
Minion.
kill it, I'm going to cry.
I'd like to see a 5v5, to be honest. I think we've seen some skirmishes and a few people have died, but we haven't seen a full team wipe just yet. Potentially breaking out over this Baron. Thundertalk know that JDG aren't going to be forced to come down to this Drake just yet. It would only be Soul Point going
healing.
over.
Watch out for the Ornn ultimate here. You see the angle Missing's going for here. He's kind of lining up the
Look
members
at
of
the realm
Thunder Talk.
wall.
This could be a massive Ornn ultimate. He's lined them all up. It's all 4 members. He's knocking them down as well. Line them up and knock them down as Missing's MO. And he's done exactly that. Searing charge in the wall. He's knocked up everyone on the team as the bullet time going to immediately be interrupted. Almost a solo kill there from Missing. He dies, but the job is definitely done. Medal of Honor for that Ornn. As now Shun going to get his first reset of the fight, and it's on Satab. And he wants more here. Hui, unfortunately, not the most mobile of characters, not going to be able to catch up to the remaining members of Thunder Talk, but the remaining members of Thunder Talk, not much to say, as the Baron going to be started up by JDG.
Missing only 15 seconds, has the teleport to come in now. Thunder Talk going to have to be content with getting that Drake, and they're going to back away. They can't get this Baron at all. And how have they managed to lose control of this game? Because JDG are just running it right now.
I think these realm warps from Scout have just been insane. The way he's managed to be getting on the flanks, get right on top of 1xn. So every time he tries to get a good MF ult, Scout just says, "Actually, no, you got to cancel and run away now." Meaning the damage is just completely gone. Here we see just right on top of 1x where 1xn is. Ornn finds them beautifully.
Satab and 1xn both.
Now they think they're safe, but Scout's already there.
Oh, I mean, he's making his gold lead felt as well. You see every single shock blast finding its way into a member of Thunder Talk.
Yeah, Ale is very scary. 3 items now. Thunder Talk maybe going to find Missing.
Did anyone else see Peza sidestepping at the end of that replay? It was beautiful. Sidesteps everything and lands it. Missing, of course, isn't sidestepping anything because he's dead.
He has, interestingly enough, switched over to Ignite and TP.
I mean, he's all the deaths. He's like almost all the deaths.
Yeah, he is. That does explain why Thunder Talk, despite having the kill lead, do not have anything like a gold lead.
Guys, I'm pretty sure Senna Ornn is good. What do you think?
Well, the fact is
It's
you
working,
more
kind
gold
of.
than a regular team comp, because Senna generates almost as much gold as an ADC, if you play it well.
Do you think the Senna Ornn is working, or do you think the Sion is just objectively failing?
I think it's the top diff.
It's a Sion diff, yeah. Scout's pushing in mid. I don't know that Thunder Talk can answer this bot tier 2.
I don't really have the resources. No Zyra ultimate. You have the others, but no real way to start the fight.
Oh my goodness.
What are you oh my goodnessing at? Oh my goodness, I'm oh my goodnessing at the same thing now as the QW gonna land. Scout taking no damage. He walks it off.
Hey Tub.
I need to go 2 times speed quickly.
Health for nothing. I'll come back about 5 seconds then.
No. 58, 59, 01.
Yeah, okay.
02.
Oh,
Back
shit.
now.
3.
Yep.
Okay, should be good now.
There's that inhibitor tower going down. $5,000 now the gold lead for Ale.
That's insane.
My goodness.
I don't think Sound's seen a wave in moons.
JDG are just dismantling Thunder Talk though.
Yeah.
Ale has bought his 4th item.
Yeah, Jesus. It's Serpent's Fang as well, so it's a high damage variety of the Jace build. Obviously, it's ridiculously tanky because it's got grass procs and 2 full HP items. So it's sitting at like almost 4,000 HP on the Jace. And he's also going to one-tap you.
Yeah, those shock blasts have been connecting with 1xn and Satab and taking most of their health each time. Of course, with the sustain you get from having a Senna in your team, JDG are so happy to sit back and just do damage. Here
I
we
don't think there's
go.
much else in this game,
Bachan.
although there's a massive Stranglethorns. It's going to
That
find
is
Pays, and he
Pays.
gets yelled at from Sion over a wall. And the sheer velocity of the sound waves, enough to send him into the floor.
There's not much
Also-
available though. Thundertalk can't really get anything for that unless they find a turret somehow. But there's so much poke from Ale. There's great wave clear from all these members. Did anyone else see Feather just do that?
Yeah, I saw that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Can double Bluetooth Nautilus this game.
Beitron just
Oh,
oh
my
my
base one,
goodness.
yeah. Completely
Yeah,
blind.
What the hell is that Spidey sense?
Check vision hacks.
Yeah. Hoya, not sure why he's taking that kill there. Don't think it's
Hmm.
best.
To make the gold look slightly better so he doesn't get kicked off the team next game.
Hoya potentially getting replaced.
That's a bold call.
Yo! Is he? What?
I think next game we'd probably get rid of him.
I think he's getting replaced by Feather in this game. I think someone that has out
okay.
of gold.
Okay. I think
One
this
XN.
could be the last game of
Oh,
his
1XN.
career. It's 1XN gonna get caught out. Another Bluetooth hook by Feather in the same place as the last one. Someone needs to analyze what's going on with the Nautilus.
Oh, it's not a Bluetooth hook because it's actually connecting. It's
Ooh. Scout just spotted.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
oh my goodness.
Oh, Scout is in such a good spot here. There's the charging ram, and it's going to charge into only one member of TT is Hoya. He's actually frontlining pretty well here, despite the fact he has no gold. Scout trying to reposition in the fight, and he's going to do so much damage. He lands a single Q here. Look at the one shot on the MF. Immediately goes down as Beitron flashes over the wall. Viego going to get the first reset of his fight. As Feather and Sateb and Hoya, they need to do all the work for Thundertalk to stay in this game. They're doing a very good job, though. Sateb now is a 1v3 scenario. Hoya's not really in the fight anymore. Still hasn't utilized the Scion passive to this day. Do we know what it does? We really don't. I don't know what it does. And Hoya definitely couldn't tell you, that's for sure. As now maybe Paze is going to overstep. Nope. It's just not. I think the game's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, 1XN and Beitron just got taken out at the beginning of that fight, and not much you can do. Scout had a great position, found the Realm Warp, manages to flank around with his team, survives for so long, and yeah, that's just a clean game.
Well, not quite.
Maybe. Obviously, the center
Drake
pick
Baron
got pumped early, but we can actually see it getting value. Now 100 stacks, finally getting more range than anyone on Thundertalk can really compete with.
Here's a replay.
Yeah, Scout just kites out. Knows that they fall in too much, that the rest of the team just has his back. Will make the engage. And Misting goes down, but 1XN on the bounce, which is blown up. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nightmare in the MF games.
Great flash by Shun.
Such a kill-stealing
Scout
rat.
just
Dude, Hoya's such a...
Wait. Wait.
Wait, what is going on in live right now?
Is this right? Missing's been
Thundertalk,
knocked down, but he's not taking any damage.
Bro, the T1
So far,
Baroning.
what
This is
the
an
hell is
LCK,
that
my
Rumble?
friend. You guys aren't T1, but you're going to try and make it work
Whoa.
anyways. Baron just leashed. Scout is in the backline. There's the Stranglethorns, but he's on to them as the Ornn ultimate's going to get so much value in this fight. Satab with a huge Spiraling Despair actually doing so much work, but, I mean, there's just nothing left for Thundertalk. They throw a Hail Mary, but they've thrown it into their own half, man, as the game is now over.
Hoya learning what that Scion passive does, finally.
Yeah, there we go.
Scout got a triple kill in that fight. What
He's
an
wandering around
insane
confused.
realm.
He's like, what the hell is this? No way.
Wait.
Someone
I
said
thought I
show me
died.
the VOD, because this is how you play Rise.
Right, yeah.
Season
Yeah.
15.
Scout needs to come back to the LCK, play for DK.
Well, there we go.
Comeback.
That's the game, man. JDG going to send Thundertalk to game 3 in a 2-1 lead now. It was not convincing. It was very scrappy. It ended in potentially the stupidest way possible. But that's the LPL, man, and that's how fun this game is.
It was so messy, and the center got punished so hard early. There were 3 consecutive tower dives on Missing. He went 0-3 in the first 6 minutes of that game.
He's 1-8 and he won.
Ale just 1v9'd that game, I think. He
Yeah.
and Jun. And Scout as well with the incredible team fighting. But Ale generated such a gold lead. Top was just not a lane.
Bro, Missing won a game where his team had 11 deaths and he was 75% of them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good on him. You know, there's some good old ultimates.
Making space.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to do the next game as well, fellas?
I'm like so tired. I'm gonna definitely have dinner first.
All right, fair. Well,
LPL breaks are long as fuck, so we got time.
we got time. Okay.
I'm up for it. I'm up for it. But LPL breaks are really long. They're like 15 minutes or something.
Okay.
All right, good, good. All right, well,
I'm really hoping PDG win though.
yeah, me too. Actually,
Mostly
yeah,
'cause
because
I'm
Game
always
3 LPL started as Game 3 Korea ended. And these series started at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, they must be really long. All right, well,
they are, but also DK lost in 24, 27, and 28
DK
minutes.
got fucking slapped. DK got Gen G'd, bro. All right. Well, I'll catch you in the next game start then, fellas, if you
In
are
a
still
bit.
around. All right, see ya.
Cheers.
All right, I need to do one more thing. Let me check chat as well. Chat, because I'm not in the game anymore, so I can look at chat. Chat. Ah. Let's open up finish. Fuck me. It's illegal for me to full screen the video. That's illegal. That's why I can't. Let's do game 5.